Here, I'll be right back. I will actually go to the I'll have to put extra burrito in the fridge after. I ate a chicken power bowl and it was good. SI? Mono? No champions. Do you think it's an undying deck? It just might be. We Bone Scryer? What does Bone Scryer do? Is that an equipment? +1? It's Mist Earth 100%. What is Mist Earth? I don't remember some of these cards. Oh. I want to wait until this is on their turn so then I can get the Rock for Sejuani. Okay, okay. Tuskweaker is such a good ad here. We'll just do this now. We're actually getting the pings going. It'd be Dark Wraith, but it would make more sense if they would be playing it to PNZ. Oh, what this person's doing? Oh, they're saying they're Mist Wraith 100% sure. Sure. Yeah. Could be. I wish I had a 4 cost. Did I cut one of my 4 costs? I think I did. Sorry, I have an alarm at noon that I forgot to turn off. Oh, whoops. We're both just ending the round. Bone Scar is a 2 cost, 0/2. When I survive damage, deal 1 to the enemy nexus. Okay. What else would they be playing? Like, I feel like there's another color that would help them do that more. Or, like, help buff that more? I don't know. So my Ember Maidens could be really bad, is what you're saying. What? Oh, that's rough. I think I'm gonna parlay in the face then. Hmm? That's the thing, there's always more sense to play something with a second color outside of Sun Disc. Restricting yourself to one is always a bad idea. Yeah, or if there's just like a really cracked allegiance card. But even then, usually you want to have 6, I think would be the ratio. 34 of the color, allegiance color, and 6. Oh, someone did the math on it one time where it was something like 80% and you're still at pretty good odds, is what they said, but it's also a matter of preference. At 6, you're at 85%. Makes sense. Hmm. I think this person might have left. Looking like one of those games for them. Oh, they didn't leave. Nice. Alright, we will do this, and we have a Brittle Steel. If I did draw that Brittle Steel, I might have just open attacked there. Both the Brittle Steel and the Troll Chant in my hand. I should have just open attacked. It's on me. I trolled. Not knowing what this deck was. That's a good top deck. A really good top deck. I missed, but that's okay. This makes me want to play an Ethereal Yeti deck. This, spawn giant cards. Fun 10 cost. I think once I draw a Dreadweight, as long as I don't get ruinated, then I win. Hey! Good to see ya. I played Mistwraith yesterday with 30 SA cards and still missed Allegiance. What was your non-Allegiance card? Cards, I should say, since it was 2, I suppose.
Our strength is yours.
So I want to be able to put this GP down when they're not going to ruinate.
You could be so much more.
I feel like this is not the way they wanted this game to go.
I am reborn of salt and brine.
I do have the Make It Rain too here.
I'll make corpses of it.
Do do do. We always hit, we always hit, we always hit, we always hit, we always hit. Boom! Yes! We hit everything. We hit literally the best possible outcome. I want to know what this card is. It's actually an Undying deck, too. Brittle Steel and Mistwraiths. Right, negation for yours, that makes sense, too. I haven't seen this Mistwraith deck. Is this is not the regular version of it, right? We'll play this and then we open. Oh, impact or oh, fish whack, fish whack.
Spice of life. Garlic works in a pinch. Let 'em bleed out.
Here, 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 here. We do this just because we have Ember Maiden in hand and any kind of chip damage can make a big difference.
So little to ask.
That's a lot of damage.
Life is everything.
Can they do anything about it? Vengeance? Vengeance? No, they only have one vengeance if they did. Yeah. For me, I was not Mistress. Oh, okay, your allegiance for something else then. I kinda wanna play something different. I'm not even getting the cool pop-off Sejuani games. What else can you play in standard? That's fun. It's so weird having no one-cost champions in standard. There's no Lysandra. No Lysandra? These standard champions really just aren't what I'm looking for. Tristana. I just like the idea of building something like newer, but I don't know if that's even possible. I mean, there is Yasuo deck time. Like, Aphelios could be a lot of fun if it didn't take so long. There's no out of the way. There's no go hard. Why they take all the fun decks out? Cytheria? Otacon? Are there probably no Yeti? If there was something good to go with it. What if there's just like a harrowing Cytheria deck? What if just raw SI Dreadway control? Just looking out of attack, first attacker is one. Cytheria and volley, oh that's cool too. Yeah, Cytheria and volley could be. I never played volley, so I don't know exactly how he goes. I like the idea of just doing a heavy control deck though, potentially. Glimpse has to be in there, Fading Icon has to be in there. Make it rain. I need another win condition. Ruination Harrowing win condition if I don't have Dreadway Ladros. Gangplank, or Vengeance. Gangplank. The Dreadway combo. What should the Do you even have a second champion? I don't think it. I mean, Thresh would probably be the second champion if it did have one, but not at 5 cost. He was 4 cost. Hey, yep, it's been a long time since I played LoR. Since the last videos, for sure. Play Withering Whale. That's still a card. Soul Cleave. What am I looking to play it on? Because these ones I play them, it's done. I think this, I need to play with this card more though. What do I play it on, Prespic? Need chump blockers, Dark Wraith, not Mist Wraith, might be a good low cost one. What is Dark Wraith? Is it not in the thingy? Dreadway you double? Oh, Soul Cleave Dreadway. Yeah. The idea? I mean, I do want multiple win cons. Like, you really can't play a control deck with one win con unless it really is a sure thing. And this one certainly is not. I need draw. I do have harrowing in here. Urination 2 harrowing. LoR mentioned, hey Juno. Consider adding a spell card, Pot of Greed. Draw 2. No Soul Cleave, just Tarot. You're saying this? Oh, Soul Cleave Harrowing. Oh! Okay, yeah, I get what you're saying, because when they die, then I can play Harrowing, and then I can have triple Dreadway. Okay, that means I should run something like, I should run Barley. Other things that deal... Whoops. Deal... Things that deal damage to the face. Triple ship, yes. Barley might just have to be the way. I have some healing, not a ton. This deck is pretty greedy. I have a lot of like play Mordekaiser. Wait, is he an option? He is not an option in standard because Riot hates their game. They actually, the standard stuff is actually so bad. Like the fact that if you go to standard, there are no 1-cost champions in standard, first off. Like, who decided that? There's only 3 2-cost champions. And there's 0 1-cost champions. And the other thing that I've had the delight of playing against that they left in the game in standard, like, you're telling me they removed, like, Twisted Fate and stuff from standard? But you know who they left. Of course you know who they left. Freaking Lee Sin. Why is Lee Sin in standard? I don't get it. It makes no sense. Yeah, I could do a single missed call. Because it feels like there's not like a ton of interaction. Can I take out one of these y'all hunters? Maybe I just try this. Straight away, Ladros. I don't know if a control deck like this would even work, but it sounds like a fun idea to me. Oh, they are really. There's a lot of stuff that they had to do stuff for. One day, Prospect will remember the people who have fallen for him to get here. That his sins will be put on display in the annals of LoR history. Don't you think anyone forgot what you did, bud? We know what you made. Oh, I mean, you made a lot of stuff. I think they used randomize.com to come up with rotation. I think they put more effort into that, but like the whole rotation stuff just makes me mad when they just leave the game anyway. Just everything should just be standard at this point. And or not standard, eternal. Like everything should just be eternal. Especially when these decks came out specifically made to work together in certain ways. Witness perfection, meatbags. Yay, Lee Sin! Man, I'm so happy they left Lee Sin standard. If I keep seeing Lee Sin, I'm gonna stop playing ranked and just play normal and casual so I can play more stuff. I was like, I like the idea of like grinding to master one last time, but I'm not playing Lee Sin for the next 24 hours. I will not. I refuse. I would play Freljord stuff though. Maybe I just make a really, what do you call it? You know, some greedy Freljord stuff. I'm down for that. By the way, I got all my late game. I thought I had more early game than this. I thought rotation would only take us through champions, not half the roster. Yeah, and we already didn't have that many cards. Hey, it's good to see you too. How are you doing now? I'm doing good. I'm having a good time playing LoR. Some games. Not every game, but most games. Now I'm feeling pretty decent too. I had like a health flare up maybe about 2 months ago now, but it went away thankfully. Now I just have to wait for the next one to go to the doctor again. Yay! That's one of my Ladroses. Please play more LOR. I will be for the next 2 days for sure. I don't know how much more after that. But I'm planning to play most of today and make some tier lists today, and then tomorrow I'm gonna wear a Halloween costume and play LOR, and then Saturday I'm gonna play it throughout the day too. Today will probably be the longest day of actual gameplay, I would guess.
Neither the flames nor the dead
Like a live gameplay and not me, you know, replaying stuff. On YouTube I won't replay stuff, but on Twitch I will. I feel like I've already lost this game. Bought a bunch of candy for tomorrow. Oh yeah, it's perfect that it's Friday too. Yesterday, because we had this thing, it's called Open Gym for volleyball, where essentially they just, like, what I do is they just pay me $5 and I coach them for an hour. And other coaches work with it too. But I had, I think, 14 kids or so, and me and another coach bought them candy at the end. And we took a little picture together. I actually need to remind our social media person to post that picture. Bum, ba ba dum ba da dum bum. This is very rude of them. I'm pretty sure I'm just dead. We throw this to pop this. And then I play a fortune croaker, I guess. And then I hope this hits. I should have just played both of them. That would have been the correct play.
For silver I talk, for gold I listen. Embrace a new vision of progress.
Sorry, I gotta text my boss back real quick.
New materials, new improvements. Yes, of course.
Okay. So I can play this now. I could soul cleave this.
Precious worth at least twice as much.
Genius in action.
But you could soul cleave the challenge. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I can soul cleave the challenger.
Energy core upgraded.
But I think I'm still losing. Why did it give me the most useless cards? Okay, I didn't know that, Zadi. I think it gave me the offer and I said remind me later or something like that, but that was like a few days ago. Looking into it, it has some cool new features. Awesome. I only like ranked games. Yeah, I like ranked games when I can, but really, I stopped playing ranked a couple years into LoR. And the reason was because everyone was more concerned about my rank than I was all the time. And it was just really annoying. Where it was like, I can get masters anytime I want, but I just don't find it very fun. But then also people would, I don't know, like, it was just, I didn't want to care about ranked at all. And so I just played casuals for my stupid meme decks. You're just gonna rope me for funsies? Oh, I want to play that stupid owl.
Going harvesting.
The stupid owl card. Is that in standard? Maybe I play that. Ba-dum, bum. Thank you. I used to be good at this game. I'm definitely not anymore. I am much worse now. But I used to be pretty decent. So I can play Ruination next turn if I need it. I think this person went AFK though. I was about to concede, and it looks like they're the ones going to be conceding. Nami Spell Shenanigans deck was amazingly fun. Oh, that's a Precipic. He's you're in YouTube chat, but he's in the Twitch chat, and that's his favorite deck of all time. Good enough to beat a world champion? I have. I am in fact, I think I'm actually 4-0 against Alan ZQ in tournament play. Which is pretty awesome. I'm definitely 2-0, but I think I beat him in something else too, but I can't remember. That was fun. Also, his decks countered mine. I did get lucky with my merchant stealing his Ladros, but you know, gotta play to your outs. I'm 2-1 against Alan in a 1v1. That's all I need. Hey, Morgan's deep. Alright, mine's just like a more greedy, but theirs is going to be faster. So we actually want to... I was gonna say, Ruination is really good for us in this matchup. Okay, so the higher gun will be really good. The parlay could have been fine, but my hand, I think, is pretty ideal. And we go for a Dreadway Ladros combo and hope they're not running Vengeance or something in theirs.
Get bloody, get paid.
I was gonna say we could have open pass there, but this is even better. I'm good with open passes. We'll do this then. I'm not gonna go for it. Another Vengeance? Alright, I'm ready for the Dreadway on 8. Broker. Sure.
You pay. I got the spirits. These are my rules.
So turn 7 is the big turn. Okay, it's definitely gonna be on turn 7 after this LoR too. They don't want to attack and get the free procs. That's fine with me. Double LoR is so bad for me. I'm gonna have to play at the edge of my seat for this freaking LoR. Or not LoR, the Ruination. Because it makes life quite hard. How far? They're still a bit far. And we gotta do it now. We showed it. So it's gonna be probably closer to turn 8. There's -1 Vengeance, so that's good. 20 cards left. This is not the proper ordering, but
You pay first. This is outrage.
that's fine. Ouch. And left. Next turn's the big turn. I mean, they're gonna want to play their Nautilus and stuff. Nope, they didn't do it. It definitely is. Keep is goated.
Corruption everywhere.
If I'm forgotten, then no.
No, no, no. I needed my Dreadway Ladros. I can't go that much lower. That sucks. Oh, I wouldn't have been able to get it anyway. Well, I mean, I'm done for. They're popping this off unless I have a Dreadway. The last 3, the last 4. Do they not have their Nautilus? Let's play. It's toss 2. So yeah, on play they have it.
Blood and salt.
Okay, so this is an instant.
Give them room to spread their lead, grow tall.
Instant ruination.
And so, life springs anew.
Right. Wait, wait a second. I don't know. Did it set us both to 4? Ah! Wait, is that... does it obliterate the graveyard too? No. Oh wait, it is from the graveyard? Strongest allies died this game. No, it should still come up. Okay, now it's working. Oh, I didn't check the eye. I thought I did. Whoops. Alright, vengeance. No! They drew that. My Dreadway was there too! No! What does Alawi Swain beat? Nothing? Only 2 of these? Only 2 of these? Interesting. Really interesting. Is this for standard? Alawi and that are in standard, I think. Let's see. An ally and an enemy strike each other. They don't drop below 1 health from the strike. Block. Idle. Boxtopus. Croaker. This seems good. To make it rain. 5-punch Pablo. 5-punch Pablo? Create a fleeting... Oh, fleeting prize fight? He's only at 4-1? You really want these prize fights because of, Wayne level up, I assume? Saga Kaboros. Stun enemy. Did you make this, or where'd you get this from? It makes sense. I don't know how good it is, but it makes sense. I'll make changes as I play it if I want to. I'll try it though. Stealing Ladros is crazy work. Yeah. Sorry that was earlier, but yeah. It was a 1 of Ladros too. I want to point that out. And the time that I stole it from Alan, it was a 1 of Ladros, and it won me. It won me. Strongest tentacle and the enemy. This seems like this. I didn't check how many 2s were in the deck. Yeah, I got the Watchful Idol to start. I have the Alawi on 4. I had the Tentacle Slam. The gain its power equal to your strongest tentacle for the attack. But I stole Pack Your Bags from you. Wait, which one? I made so many Pack Your Bags decks. I still for use. I haven't watched LoR in years. Is the competitive community still active? Well, I've heard that there's grassroots tournaments, but I don't know much about the competitiveness after that. I know people still do dabble in it, but I don't think it's super competitive, but enough where if you wanted to do stuff, there's still things available. Oh, stole this one. Yes, ganked. Oh, I have to make that a video. That that was so stupid. Yeah, he stole Pack Your Bags with the freaking merchant card against me. We're gonna let this roll over.
Greed'll turn any man into a monster.
Akshan Lee Sin. I'm telling you, if I play Lee Sin just a little bit more, I'm done with ranked.
Against fear, against doubt.
Why does this still get to exist in standard? And then I'm over here. That's not what I meant to click. And then I'm over here. Wait, can you click the other person? Oh, it can. And there's an add button now? When did that happen? Learning new stuff every day.
A chance to live.
I'm gonna do this. Nice. What's Alawi's thing again? I've seen myself or allied tentacles deal 15 plus damage. Sure. Akshan Lee Sin still haunts us in 2025. Yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it? I know Halloween is tomorrow, but I don't need to be haunted by it today. Dang, this Swain is almost leveled. They're not drawing very well. But we have a shot.
Meet me.
We really have to put the pressure against them. Is this a Swain deck? I mean, well, we're a Swain deck and they're a Lee deck is what I'm trying to say. I don't think they have heal in this deck. They might be dead. Bum bum ba da ba dum bum. Next LoR spell, they're gonna heal their freaking Nexus. Boo. Now I must live for 2 turns. If you're not dead here, it's possible, but with this setup, probably not dead. Definitely not dead now. They're still digging. I think they drew really poorly, and I think I probably win because of that. We slam them with a tentacle. Alright, reduce. Okay, they might have it. We'll see. I don't think it's enough to kill me from 18, though. We'll see. Yeah, I don't think so.
Order, sir. Bring forth our army.
Ba-dum. 3 costly sin in hand.
Stand as a Noxian or die as an Ionian.
I made my choice long ago. Our enemies cannot hide.
I just want to close my eyes and wait for it to be over. Because who knows what will happen here.
Scoundrel at a time.
I agree with Azerelia. Ionia is just haunting. We all hate Ionia. Oh, they don't have enough spells. Oh, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Pink region, am I right? Yup. Exactly that.
Villains beware.
Riot Games, yeah, let's go. Yeah, this is really good. I love this. This is so terrible. Well, I'm pretty sure I lose now. This person drew terribly. Didn't have to make any decisions, like, worthwhile. You know, nothing that you look in your hand. It was just to play the most greedy stuff. Now they're leveling after. Brain off deck.
Conflict is all in the mind.
So, does anyone think this was fun? Anyone think this was cool? Anyone? They just gotta throw up everything they have and kill me. Well, of course they are. They're friendlies. Not people playing freaking Lee Sin. Like, like I said, it's making me mad. It's making me mad that Lee Sin gets left in standard and they take away a bunch of other cards that should not be. If I'm playing against Lee Sin again, I'm conceding and I'm not playing standard anymore. That's what I'm saying. I don't even think they're having fun. They just, I don't even think playing Lee Sin is, I don't think you're having fun when you're playing Lee Sin. I think your brain is in a different area of having fun. Like, you're just trying to climb quickly. Like you're more like in this instinctual like let's grind ladder and not I'm trying to have fun while climbing. There's only one thing on your mind and it's LP at all cost. The cost of your mental faculties. Nami meme decks? Is Nami really a meme deck though? Is she now? If you play the ship after their attack, but then they just don't have to attack and then they just kill me the next turn instead. I mean, if they're smart at all, like, that's what they would do because you can't not be the aggressor against a combo deck or else they'll just kill you. And plus they had the heal anyway, so I had to have the ship twice. That was the other issue, is that they had 4 health and not 2 because Explorer was printed and I think the Explorer cards are ridiculous. 2 mana landmark removal is stupid. I'm against the Swain Sejuani, that's pretty cool. Fallen Tentacle on attack. We'll do that.
Ah, a beautiful day for sailing.
They did that after. They should have done that after my attack.
Do you hear her voice?
Oh, there's no way I'm not taking this.
Presence.
Now I have a counter to it, which is nice. Another one. Did this used to be spawn 3? Was this nerfed? I really thought this was spawn 3 before. Anyone know on that? Mirai Great Mother? Oh, instead of Nami. Oh yeah, I played Mirai Great Mother earlier. I'll have to do some more. That was the first deck I played. Yeah, probably nerfed. I was pretty sure that this thing used to be 3 because I remember this card was... I was like, wow, that card's super broken. And now I'm like, okay, this card is very average. So if I'm doing this, I have to do the Ravenous. Hey, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. It was nerfed. Okay, that makes sense. So I remember this card, I was like, this card's broken. Definitely not now. This card, though, still broken, but it's for Swain, so it's allowed. Swain is allowed to have broken cards. He deserves it. I lost the Mirai gameplay. I'll do some more, don't worry. Especially the next game that ticks me off. Back to Mirai. Oh, good timing. I have ones and they've played both of them. 2 of them already. Is it fleeting for this round? Whoops. Sorry. We're learning, we're learning. First time I ever played that card. I was just trying to be mana efficient, so maybe it's still fine. I guess Jack.
For me, the spirits dance.
Okay. Throw this down.
Truth bearer? Truth is no betting.
They play another ice thingy. That's fine. They play another ice thingy. We have eye. They attack. We have flock. They don't attack. We pass. And we open attack.
I remember the fight. Do you feel her presence?
It seems like they had a really bad draw.
Look and see the glory of Nagakaboros.
Silver 1. Someone tell this guy there's more life than using 3 mana warning shot every turn. Their draw must have been awful. Wait, we can inspect. Alright, they have Blaze Edge, Hellstones, Shatter, Bone Scryer, Demolitionist, Ruthless Raider. Forgot about Ruthless Raider. That's a good card still. That should be my Sejuani deck. Ember, Noxian Fervor, City Breaker. Oh yeah, this is a brew, alright. Tusk Raider. Alright, I like to see it. It's almost a singleton. Not quite, but almost. Elegant Edge. I don't even know what this card is. Barkaz. Yeah, this is a brew. You know what? I almost clicked import. I respect it in pretty much every manner possible. I have a question: are you gonna stream last 66 hours nonstop, or are you gonna stream for several days? I'm going to have the stream up for the next, well, not quite 66 hours anymore, but it'll be up the whole time. But I won't be live the entire time. I'm gonna run the earlier stream or something while I'm sleeping. Will be the plan. And I'll see. Yeah. That will probably be what I do. I don't know how many hours. My goal is to stream like 8 to 12 hours a day at least, but I'm probably going to be doing on the higher end today. I'm at 7 hours already today, which is kind of crazy because I haven't streamed that much in a long time. And I have plans to, like, Prespec and I are gonna do some stuff, or do some tier list, and I'm expecting it to probably take at least 3 to 4 hours, maybe more, depending on how long we talk about some of the old decks. And then I'll have to see, Casanova is gonna come on as well at some point. Between 1 and 2 today. So that'll be in a bit. And just going through the fun memories and decks, and we talk about I want to do champion tier list for like gameplay and flavor and stuff like that at some point. I'm gonna do history, like decks from beta, the computer beta, closed beta. I guess it was technically open beta, closed open beta, closed beta. I don't even know. Up until around Kaisa's release, there's about 60 decks to go over. Oh, wait. It's Lee Sin again! It's the same person! It's the same person, too. Alright, I've already lost, so... Game's over. No. Alright, we'll try again. Shall try again. Akshan Varus, not Lee Sin. Let's go. We're on 1 instead of turn 2. We'll do this. Ooh! This hand looks pretty good. If only I wasn't on turn 1, it'd be great. Mental health is more important than playing against Lee Sin. Very true. Have you played Thralls today? I did play some Thralls earlier. That's something I can see myself going back to. I played an Akshan Thralls deck, where it's Howling Abyss, but I actually didn't get to play the Howling Abyss, so I still kind of want to play it at some point. Ooh, I don't want to feed that. They can have a Pablo. The Thralls, yeah, killed too fast before I could actually play the Howling Abyss. Hey, Vanquished. Vanquish. Sure, this seems good. Play this. Deal 2, and because it's a deal 2, I can play a Fortune Croaker, and it doesn't even hurt it.
We're taking it back.
You've been drinking this? A soup? Ew. Alright. Push pass. It's my turn to attack you in the face, as in trade with both your units. Or hit you in the face. Either one. I really don't care as long as I get an attack. And we play the Alawi. Prize fight. 5 of 14. Sure. Okay. Why do people gotta rope like this? Suffering from success, exactly. See, like, I instantly concede, and then this person's gonna concede against me. Just kidding, they're just roping. Rude. Another spawn. What are you with the friendlies? I know. Someone who actually just took their turn and moved on next. Yeah, that was nice. Games were too high quality. Yeah, now I'm like falling asleep back on my seat right now. Just have so much caffeine in my system right now. And I'm still about to fall asleep. Like, we have the energy drink. We have the Baja Blast. We have a full one of these, which is only, I think, 80 or 70 milligrams of caffeine, so it's not near as high. Okay, we play. Make it rain. Boom. And then we hit him with the flock. It's not a Path of Champions angle, it's PvP. Path of Champions also makes me tired. It's definitely a me thing, but yeah. Why did they do that? Why?
We deliver their end.
They could have just waited and not lost that shapestone for free. I wanted to play Alawi anyway. Oh, nice. Ready to go.
Against fear, against doubt.
Alright, my curve is actually so good this game.
And witness truth.
It's just free. Alright, also, I don't care what anyone else says. I think Alawi's flavor is actually so freaking good. And also on top of that, the way that these arts connect to each other, also so freaking good. Alright, only end. Yoshi's Runeterra AR is still up. Yeah, Runeterra AR is still up. Just old decks. Yeah, I was looking at my YouTube videos and I was trying to like copy some of the old stuff and I wasn't able to because, well, actually I put all the deck lists for all of them. I was looking at Alan's, some of his decks, like for Spooky Karma for doing the deck review. I wanted to use Alan since he had refined that deck a lot more than I had, for instance, and his links were Mobalytics. So I had to guess what his deck looked like. Hey, yes, you must reopen the LoR wound. It's still a scar that must be, you know, just a little pampered at times. Let it know that you still care about it. It is very nostalgic for sure. Okay, we got the Swain Sejuani. I'm kind of down to just get gold and then go back to Samurai Great Mother decks. Or Or the Lysandra deck, or something else, too. I'm kind of in the mood for some Mirai Great Mother, though. Or we just go Great Mother now. Yeah, they took Great Mother out of Standard as well. After this game, I'll go Great Mother. I might change the deck, though. I don't know if I want to do the Dreadway version or not. To be fair, I have so many versions of Mirai Great Mothers. I don't know which one's the greatest. Let's see.
War Mason.
Super refined. Go get Bannerman dragons that I've used in the Azir days and wanted to play Catazir. You can make it again, even though... Also, too, the refining would be different now with this meta than it would have been then anyway. If that makes you feel any better. Like, some of the decks that I played, I have changed. Because the way the meta is shaped up, it makes, you know, it's a little bit more greedy meta right now, and there's less... You know, back when I was playing, there was a lot of burn aggro around, so you always had to have anti-aggro tech. And right now, you don't need any anti-aggro tech. It's all very mid-rangey. Or combo Lee Sin. At least in the standard, I don't know what it is. In the Eternal, I played against random stuff, and it was great. So at least people are staying away from Akshan Lee Sin in the Eternal. If it was Akshan Lee Sin the entire time in the Eternal, I would not play the PvP like queue at all. It'd only be friendlies. Prospect, did your haircut go well? Did it turn out well? Are you happy with it? Whenever my husband gets a haircut, it always turns out questionable because he has a really bad cowlick in the front. Alright, that's good. And so he's always disappointed whenever he gets a haircut and then just ends up, what do you call it? Not razor, not shaving, not bald. Why can't I think of it right now? Just a buzz cut. He just buzz cuts it because it's always something he doesn't like. A cowlick? I think it's actually spelled like cowlick. Like where your hair like raises up in certain areas.
Stand and be tested.
Ooh, tentacle.
Many are moved by fear. You are paralyzed.
This person waved and now seems to be soft conceding. Catlick? Oh, with a cow. A cowlick. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum. Oh yeah, it does look good. Okay, Casanova just messaged me, and he said he'll be ready in 45 minutes. So at 1:45. Yeah, cowlick. Just like that. And then probably after, I don't know how long Casanova will be hanging out for. But after that, then Prospect and I will do our collab as well. Because I'm so excited to go over all the decks. If we wanted to, I could ask Casanova if he would want to join that, and we could do the three of us for it. What are your thoughts on that, Prospect? You came up with this idea originally, so you can do what you want to do for it. I'm okay with either. We're in standard? This guy picked standard with an S. I'll ask him what he thinks. Get dunked. I didn't even make anything for this freaking thing. I don't even think I have. I know I'm gonna play deep against you. I wanted to play Mirai Great Mother, but you invited me to freaking standard. Who does that? Who? No friend of mine. Here, I'm gonna ask him real quick. Let me not rope this person. Oh wait, it's ganked. uh, okay. Amen.
Give me the stuff! Stuff make happy!
LoR content 2025, let's go. Yeah, he does. He said that if he gets 1,000 likes on a YouTube video, he'll do a PvP video again. I talked to him the other day. I think he might come on one of the days. I need to ask him which day. Either Halloween or Saturday would be the preferred day since today is pretty full already. But yeah, he was actually one of the first people I talked to about getting a collab going. And I talked to Kubi as well. Kubi said yes, but didn't tell me when.
Welcome, one and all, to the Midnight Rebel!
I think tomorrow for Kubi, since I might open Ripbound packs, and that was what they were interested in. This track is still the best. Kavira, yeah. Also goes by Kubi, but yes. Actually, it goes by Kubi more now than anything, I would say. But either still works. I don't need to play that yet. Do this. Ooh, fishy. I want to play this. You know you're supposed to play your sea monsters after Nautilus. We will not be following that. Hmm.
A bit underdressed.
I did a bit of Shadowverse yesterday. He'd be interested in PvP. Yeah, I could ask him. Last time, I think Grappler and I helped him with TFT for a little bit. I think like 2 sets ago. I haven't talked to him for a bit. Also, I don't know if I'll be on that later or not. Because he is on very late. I used to be a night owl, but I got on this medication that actually makes me sleep at normal human times. And it's been really nice. But naturally, my natural state of mind is like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. But I've actually been getting tired at midnight and earlier, which is a big deal for me. Opposite? Yeah, it is. It used to not be, but definitely is now. Ah. You can see this. Yeah, you can. Yeah, Ganked, what do you think about that? I don't want to play this quite yet. Oh! No! Stop. That's not very nice. I should have just played this. Being a bit silly there. Trolling a little bit. I mean, he's dead next turn, though. I just play this and he's dead. I get that's totally when I say I go to bed at midnight. I feel like a lot of people go to bed between 10 and 11. So midnight is late for a lot of people, but not for me. I would say all of last year it was 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. And like I tried fixing it too, and it didn't work. But no, I'm good now. Like I've tried no caffeine, I've tried having a routine, and, you know, I tried all the above for all this stuff. And nope, it was just your brain chemistry is messed up. You need medication. My bed early is 1 a.m. Yeah. Alright, Prospect Casanova says he wants to do tier list stuff because he doesn't have LoR downloaded. Perfect. Hey, yeah, let's do... Ooh, a prismatic card. Eh? I don't play any of these. This looks like it's probably the best card. Grant spell shield or overwhelm to an ally in hand. This seems like a pretty good card. Heal your nexus and draw 2 spells. Wait, I didn't even know this was a card either. That's not even bad for Karma. Come back for my haircut, we can do the thing, or I can work out. Casanova said he would be on in like 30 minutes. So are you down for 30 minutes? Let's do a Mariah while we wait. Whatever works for you, Precipic. Let me find an old Mariah deck. Hey, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. There's a Google Doc. The decks. Let me find one of my old Mariah. Mariah. Ooh, let's do the one that has the treasures too. I'm sad I didn't get to play the Treasure Mariah. Gets sold just like his D&D character. I've been consistently going to the gym for a few weeks now, and it has made my life much better. I actually really enjoy it too, which is the nice thing. I'm not sure if I'll end up going the next few days just because of the stream marathon. I will work out on Sunday for sure, and I worked out yesterday, so I might be off for a few days. What am I doing here? This should be 3. This should be probably 3. Oh, it's Echo Time Trick. Wait, this is so smart. Oh, and then this is so smart. Oh my gosh. I'm pretty freaking cool for this deck. If you aren't, you need to draw a treasure there and create 2 treasures in your deck instead. Counterfeit copies. Pool Shark. I'm fine with taking the Pool Sharks out. This is anti-aggro stuff. We'll take out the Make It Rain because I haven't been super impressed with the Make It Rain without having like a flock behind it instead. And we'll do a 3 for this. Pick a spell in the top 5 cards of your deck and create an exact fleeting copy in hand, then place those 5 cards in your deck. Actually, no, that's fine. Is Echo even good in this? Let's be real. Is he? No, he's not. He's not good. He's not good. He sucks. I'm sorry, Echo. You know what, Ganked? I know you like Echo. We'll put 1 of them in there just for you. Only for you, though. And we'll put another feline in here. Inspired, live, laugh, love, PCP things. Eternal, casual. We're back. Do you feel a gym affecting your sleep? I just felt less pain and stronger, but no effect on sleep. I wouldn't say so. For me, it was definitely on medication, because for the years that I struggle with having a good sleep schedule, I have gone to the gym before. Usually I end up injuring myself, or, you know, like, in the case I had my shoulder surgery, so I have to be pretty careful with what I do. But for me, I always, like, I sleep late, but when I go to bed, when I do sleep, I sleep like a rock. Like, I don't wake up. I'm not someone, unless I'm really excited or really anxious, then I don't wake up. I'm usually out. Like, I have slept through my alarms. I slept through fire alarms before. Like, when I go to bed, I'm out. So my quality of sleep didn't change, I wouldn't say, just because when I do sleep, my quality of sleep is already really good, which is a plus, despite going to bed late at times. For me, I wouldn't even say, like, I mean, I'm still early on, so, like, I don't feel that much stronger from the gym. I used to be strong back when I was an athlete, so I guess my expectations for it, of, like, where I used to feel are pretty high, but because of my health issues and the stupid shoulder injury, it's just hard for me to feel the same again, I would say. But it's given me more just confidence and just, like, being like, oh, I can do hard stuff, which I've known I can before, but actually doing it rather than saying that you can do it are two very different things. And that's been the biggest aspect, I would say.
You're so much tinier than my space doggy.
I just learned how to use CapCut over 30M just so I can get an animated battle map for TND. Yes, I'm the goat. True. I've been learning how to use Affinity recently. Wait, can you even... Oh yeah, you can't see this. But Affinity is kind of like Photoshop, and I've been learning it I've been making, like, little graphics for my club volleyball team and stuff like that, which has been fun. And I've been doing more thumbnail type stuff. I could red card this. I'm gonna put the Mirai cards in first. And get more value from a red card in the future. Reset the Zoe.
Portal me something cool.
No, I could have. It's fine. It's fine. No big deal. I'll just level up and I'll die. Eh.
I am ready.
That's what I want. No. Do it. You don't want to take 7 damage. That's a lot of damage, you know. I have a Hexite Crystal and a red card in my hand. Actually, maybe I want them to just take the 7 damage. Okay, time to pop this little barrier. Yeah, I'm red carding for sure. My at-home workout is ramping up push-ups with ramping squats. What do you mean by ramping exactly? Like, are you talking about the number of sets goes up each time? Or numbers per set goes up each time? Or are you talking about with, like, the weight ramping? I also don't know what kind of equipment you have at home either. 1, then 2, then 3, and 5. Yeah, for weights, I've been doing where I'll do either 8 or 12 depending on the weight, and then I move up 5 to 10 pounds and I do 3 sets. Typically what I do. And then just switch off between arms and legs, and then I take like an hour walk. And then usually about 20 to 30 minutes of inclined walking, and then 20 to 30 minutes of just chill walking. Like 3-mile-per-hour walk with like a small like 2 or 3 incline. Two-minute rest. Yeah, I did my walk today already. Did you do outside or inside? It's too freaking... I mean, it's not that cold, but like I hate being cold, so... I'm pretty sure that we can just kill them.
Gotta go with the flow.
It was rainy today outside. Did it feel good feeling the rain on your face though? Go 8 reps with 3 sets, at least I'll feel your always. Yeah, that's very similar to what I'm doing. Umbrella. For weights. Yeah. I'm always someone who like will say I'll do 8 and then I'm like, okay, well I'm not feeling it enough, so then I'll go to 12 or something. But usually not much higher than that. On top of that, at least for my shoulders, I will not feel it. Wait, can we... Nice. Oh, because my shoulder, I won't feel it that much that day, but I'll feel it pretty bad for the next few days after. It's not too bad right now. I gotta check it, because like even just doing this, I can feel it. That's the annoying part. Boom. Canvas Affinity? I don't know if it is Canvas Affinity or not. I don't know. I think it's Adobe. Do they die or do they die? Good thing I have a Mystic Shot. Stop! Healing is cheating. Actual cheating. Okay. And the verdict is... And it is... Treasure into treasure. I got this
Sacrifice so much for us, child.
2 Mystic Shots.
Anyone else has. Great mother.
Oh, that's good. I think I'm gonna try to Mystic Shot this Zoe. Can easily do in the moment then endure afterwards. Yeah. I have specifically for me, I do have just really mobile joints in my hips and shoulders especially, and that's why I had the shoulder surgery. But dang, it's like there's some exercises that my hip will try to pop out of place even with no weight, like some of the like body weight exercises, and I have to be really careful with it. But I need to get it strong so it doesn't pop out of place. But I just have to be careful not popping it out of place while exercising. Form over everything. Yeah. No, that's definitely like a good spot to be in. Oh, actually, let's just... We have to do this. I've only worked with the trainer a little bit. I would like to be able to do one like once a month or something.
Times of crisis and aspect descends to herald the reshaping of worlds.
Dang.
And get
But it becomes a lot harder with volleyball. twice a week. That's great. That would be so nice. I don't want 3 copies of any of these in my deck.
Cute, but reeks of time anomalies. Ooh.
Alright, open attack. Alright, they can't double Mystic Shot me this time. Only one. They can star shaping me though. Unfortunately. We're also happy to see you back at LoR. How are you doing? I'm doing good. It's been a lot of fun being able to play some LoR again. Specifically, Mirai Great Mother is still the greatest. I love this card so much. I wish Targon's Peak was 5 cost. I would play a lot of Targon and Dreadway. Targon's Peak Dreadway if I could. But that's not gonna quite work out. Alright, I think I have to go for the draw just to see if I get a Mystic Shot here to kill them off. Ground start, heal me in your Nexus one. Yeah, I have to go for it.
I'm okay. I am evil K.
Alright, Mystic Shot. That's the one I burned. One left. There's only one option. Only one option. I need to make sure I have enough space in my hand. Eh, whatever. I'll still have enough space. I love Treasure Trove! Shock Blast. Oh! They probably have a star shaping, so we gotta get them really little mana. So that means me playing the Treasure Trove is not BMing them, it's just making the correct play. My year goal to actually be like the end of the year or like at the end of 2026? Like, are you close to the goal or what? What's the progress looking like? I haven't played PvP in a while, but I remember my last favorite was Divulge Volley. That was so much fun. I didn't die before turn 3. If I didn't die before turn 3. I haven't played Volley yet. I might have to try it. We're like 2 months in, it's been going good. That's good. I mean, it feels good once you get into the habit of it. And you don't get injured. Getting injured and then getting set back really freaking sucks. When I'm summoned, stun or destroy me, strongest enemy, give an ally plus 2/0 this round. Lurk. When I'm summoned, grant me plus 1/1 and fearsome if an ally has died this round. Alright, we gotta keep getting this low for the Shock Blast. When I'm summoned, or if you destroy me, stun the strongest. Boom. Recall. I'm gonna skip this. For fun. They didn't even want to kill it? They thought it was a bait. 'Cause it was! That's why it was a bait. I thought I could get them.
Dew quivers on the spider's web.
Do you think they have... Wait, they can't star shaping. Do you think they have a 2-cost healer? What do you all think? The one Nexus, Guiding Touch. Y'all think they have Guiding Touch? Elusive Abusing? They are, but you know, sometimes we just have to live with it. Okay. Oh, I didn't realize this. I could have played that earlier. Boom. Boom. I was trying to get them to waste mana in case they have a guiding touch. They're probably mad and think I was BMing them, but I really did think they might have a guiding touch, and they still might. Okay, they don't. Ooh. Good job, Echo. Hit it. Kaisa Evelyn. Wow, that brings back some memories. Not necessarily good ones, though. Grant allied Kaisis everywhere and other allies positive keywords. No summon it around start. If you have an attack token, create second skin in hand. Blow up your evolved. What's evolved again? Have +2/2 once units with 6 other unique positive keywords and play this game. Sorry, opponent. The birthday Poro. Didn't want to trade. I'm gonna hit some Mirai stuff this time. When you summon an ally or ally dies, grant each of its positive keywords to 3 allies in your deck.
Nice to meet you. I'm Isla.
Star Shepherd. Unless I get Mirai stuff, I don't think I have any heal.
Who's on top of
I got Mirai now already, though. This is good. Okay, do this. Take the free attack. It should have just traded with me earlier. Because then this 2-1 would be dead, and I wouldn't even have played the 2-3. Mirai into Time Trick. Summon random husk grant. 1 cost husk everywhere. +1/+1. I remember this card.
Nurture the Mirai.
So I can trade with one of these. Wait, is this one immobile because it's a husk? Yeah. What am I saying? And they grab this. That was such a miss for me. I think it was a good try, but I'm kind of eh. Pick a spell on the top 5 cards of your deck. Create. Predict, then draw, so you don't want to quite do that. Play, predict, create 3 copies of the chosen card in deck. Alright, so we get a cool Mirai card. Time Trick. I'm okay with that.
Cute, but reeks of time anomalies.
I could have just attacked here,
Play. My.
but that's no fun.
See what's beneath while I see what's inside.
Don't stand in my way.
Shut up and scream.
They are so low after this. like a Mystic Shot and some gems. I should have just clicked on Mystic Shot if I would have known they were gonna do this.
Scream for me. Let's keep going.
I don't know what I would have done for Evelyn. I've never really been a fan of Evelyn overall. Probably because I really just disliked her invisibility in original League of Legends. And it just made me hate that champion. Especially as a Lux player in mid lane. The times of getting ganked by an invisible Evelyn when she was just, I think she was just invisible like all the time whenever she wasn't attacking, was just so annoying. Now I always hate her. I'm gonna pull up a treasure into treasure. Guild Breaker, Late Worm Egg, or gross. I got the eggs. Okay, attack into me. Let's go. Let's do it.
Suits a quick study.
I need to get these things off
When they scream.
my board.
That's it.
I can block it, but they're both dead, right? Actually, I like Kaisa's art on this.
Back on the prowl.
We're not deep though. 38 cards left. There are only 5 5s. Dang. Oh. We'll do this instead. Oh, I saw one that has a 7 on it. When on summon, create a copy of me in your hand if you've leveled a champion this game. Well, that's fine. It's a Overwhelm 8/4, and I'm on attack turn. You have a Yeti summon an 8 rage Yeti. I don't want one on top of my deck, actually. Grant all eyes in your deck and hand plus 2/2 and ephemeral. Plus 2/2 just lets me kill them, right? Or, yeah, I mean, yeah, it does. If an ally has a different subtype than me, give an enemy -2/0 this round. That's fine. We're just gonna go for it. It's that time. Allied attack and support effects. Okay. I mean, they did. Cat. Oh, I forgot about that ephemeral card. Boom, boom, ba-dum, bum. And they have to have something, or else they are dead. There they go. That's...
We have something the void will never understand. Me.
That was the card I was going to destroy anyway, so that's fine. They did.
to die.
Lux had a spell immunity which Evelyn just ignored with spam spikes. Oh, really? Like she had like a Malzahar thing? I played it back in season 2 and I don't even remember that. But I do remember the hate spike spam. Oh my gosh, it was all she did. Spam Q, 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 Q. I think it was her Q. Just over and over again. And run you down. Look at me getting all these things that I don't use in the game. Look, a diamond vault. Actually gonna pull this up. And I'm going to run to the bathroom. I've been drinking so many freaking liquids. 29 images, last modified 1029. 2025. I need to add a display. I play. Discord. Alright, I'm gonna play one more game and then we will go on to that tier list. Let's try an Auction Howling Abyss game. I'm going to push play, not edit. Hey, Jax. Lysandra Thralls with Auction Howling Abyss. Alright, they're cooler than me. They're playing Teemo Zillion. My deck might be too quick. This is the kind of game where I absolutely want to try to play the Howling Abyss because this is one of my better chances. I have a mixer defensive kit with Malzahar. Yeah, I'm just sure. I don't know how much Lux has changed at all. But I'm guessing it sounds like Malzahar. But like I said, I played season 2, so I don't know what season 1 Lux, if that changed at all. Like, I played at the very end of season 2. It was in October, if I remember correctly. It was like beginning of October.
Don't want to die? Don't do terrible things.
No, I can't attack into them.
The way is always the
Thing with these explorers, you really need this Shrima soothsayer lady. Do we want to chant?
Hug it out.
We can. If you have level of champion this game, free up Sulfur's return. I think I want to play a Preservarium. I don't love my hand. This makes it better at least. Valley of Imitation. When you play a follower, transfer me into an exact copy of it this round. Interesting. So I think I'm good with doing this and trying to level up this auction
Shut up and fight!
pretty aggressively. Thought this was going to be more scary.
But look,
If your prediction
Thankfully,
is
it's
correct,
not.
much to look forward to.
don't touch it.
Good. What is this round? What happens after that? Transform back to Valley of Imitation at the end. Oh, that's cool. I see what's happening here. One is on Infinite Backpack. What's Infinite Backpack? I don't want to play Lysandra. I don't really want to do this either, but I will.
You like it?
Talk is worthless. We are what we do.
I just felt like my best play, unfortunately. Have Absolver options, predict, just draw one. Yeah, it's gonna be draw one, unless the allies. Do predict draw one. Yay!
Yoink.
This is what I came here for! We're just gonna slam it. Oh no. Yeah, I know what that means.
Villains beware.
It's two. Yeah, no, it's over. Wait, unless I run out of cards. But depending on what this top deck was, it matters a lot. Like if this was good or not. If it's bad, then they're in a lot of trouble. But if it's good... Talking about a different thing here. I can kick the shell folk. I have Absolver! I can't be a Lee Sin player!
Beware the dragon spirit.
I don't want to be one. The burst speed, one cost that shuffles shrooms with shell folk. Oh wow. Are they looking for it now then? He sends chasing you even here? Yeah, apparently. I don't really want them. But sometimes you must.
Do it!
Out of 10, so I draw and I'm getting an ARAM. That goes off next turn anyway. Can we do this? Well, kinda wanna see this combo pop off. I've done Scrying Sands before with Kahiri.
The enemy
So I know
quivers
that
with
one.
fear.
Why would they hit this one that they're killing already?
Present and
We sent us cringe, but Leeson from the Howling is goaded. If we can make it mean something, ideally. How many spells we at? Oh, he's already flipped! Four. 8. I mean, they're dead.
Faith is what I make. Strike firmly.
Am I really killing someone with Lee Sin? I can even give it spell shield.
Prepare yourself. Center your spirit. In and out.
Alright. I'm, feeling odd now. Lee Sin abuser. Are you talking about their deck, Press the Pick? The imitation deck? A lot clearer than mine. I mean, my deck is cool, but I drew Lee Sin. It's not my fault. They actually might be able to get me. They're looking. More Scrying Sands. They might just scry me to nothing. Freeze player R is 2020 again. It's 2023, you know? See, we have auction. Auction came out in like 21, right? Okay, they're not dead. Alright, you know what would be base though, Prospect? If they had Kahiri in here as well. Like, why Tito? Oh, because it's a mushroom deck and they want to double the mushrooms. I get it. I get it. I killed the shell folk at least. Except I didn't. Pop. Where's that mushroom card that you all were talking about? That they're supposed to play infinite against me? It is a hostage deck. Alright, Casanova's ready. If this game goes too much longer, I might have to concede, and then we'll go to it. Oh no. Whip the Jarkon bow. That does nothing. I should have played this with Kai last turn. Deck is horrifying. Yeah, when you don't have answers, it definitely is. And it's all burst, so this red negation's meaningless. Oh, here's the backpacks. For each bursting backpack that you play this game, plant 4 chimes in your deck and 4 poison puff caps in the enemy deck. Create a bursting backpack in your deck. You're very done? They're gonna have to go. I think they could miss. I still have a Lee Sin. That's the only thing, is like I have a Lee Sin. I already played both my Absolvers though. But I don't even need the other Absolver. If I were to like Frostbite. Each round the first time. I could play this just simply for the draw 1. I don't think I really care if this Akshan dies. Dark Bow, activate twice, max plus 10. Oh, he has Overwhelm!
Their purpose and mine is clear.
Sure. We'll play Vega.
We're taking it back.
Oh, it doesn't work on the Warlords. Bad. I need to predict into a spell here. Am I still dead? Plus 12. Plus 16. I don't know. I think if they go fast, I don't know. I don't know if they'll mess it up or not either. Because their hand is really full, and having been a Shellfolk Enjoyer— oh, they hit. A Shellfolk Enjoyer as well, I know that you can easily just make your hand too full and not be able to play what you want to play. How many cards do they have in deck? 50, or 31. Good thing I have it on auto pass. Alright, well, how many do they need to have for me to say, okay? 11 health. Like what? 2,200 or something, and I'm probably dead. $1,000? I don't know. I'm not mathing right now. Bum, bum, bum. 36? 180? Oh! Okay. Wait, I died. Wait, that was only how much? Wait, was that? That wasn't right. That was BS. I wasn't supposed to die there. That was very unlucky, because I'm not supposed to die there. Okay. Yeah, it was some bad RNG. Alright, I'm not actually exiting the game. I mean, I am, but we are doing a tier list. I'm gonna go call Precipic and Casanova right now. We are going to talk about what the most fun decks thinks add up here. What the most fun decks of LOR were of all time. and we're gonna tier list them.
Yo, how's it
Hey,
going?
Casanova. Alright, I'm adding Prospect to the call as well. I can share my screen.
Here we go.
Yo, what's up?
Hello, hello.
How have
How are
you
you doing,
been?
Casanova? It's
Yeah.
been a while.
I know it's been a minute. I'm doing okay. I'm really on the Riftbound grind with the new channel and everything. It's been a lot
Oh,
of fun.
big.
Yeah.
How many hours have you played of it so far? I know I talked to you a little bit earlier about it.
A lot. Let's just say I don't know exactly, but I've played a lot already.
Yeah, thinking of doing a paper one. Like a tournament in paper. That's like normal, right? For Ripbound, like there's no like
Yeah.
online.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's like technically been online tournaments where it's like people playing on Tabletop Simulator because it's been out in China, but not for the rest of the world. So like the
Mm-hmm.
people in the US and Europe are like playing TTS tournaments, but
Mhm.
it'll mostly just be paper. I'm glad that it's like actually out tomorrow so that I can like start really playing paper instead of just like playing on TTS.
Yeah, I'm going to wake up at whatever time the local card shop opens and hope that it's supposed to be in stock there according to the website, but I don't know how this all works. I've actually never bought physical cards before.
Oh, damn, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
isn't that kind of crazy? I've never
Yeah,
bought
'cause
physical
wait,
cards.
was Tessel actually your first card game?
No, Hearthstone was.
Okay. I was
Hearthstone
like,
was, and then Tussle, and then Mythgard for a little bit, and then LOR. And like
I'm
I
honestly not that
understand
surprised
Magic, but
because
yeah.
like Flesh and Blood was my first card game and I started that like after lore, stuff was all over, right? Like as far as
Yeah, yeah.
better lore, like
I've
I
heard
started
so
playing
many
Flesh and Blood
good things
after.
about Flesh and Blood.
no,
Yeah.
Flesh and Blood is like if you are like looking to like be like, hey, I'm looking to like learn what this TCG shit is about. Like I've heard from like almost everyone that's played Flesh and Blood that like that's the game.
Yeah, Charmer's been
It's
trying to
pretty
get me to
good.
play it.
The biggest downside is it's like one of the more expensive TCGs, which is,
That's
kind of shitty.
exactly
Yeah.
my thing. Is like I don't know. I'm not a risk taker. I'm just naturally not a
For
risk
sure.
taker. So for the cards with Riftbound, my philosophy is I want the cards as the physical cards regardless of the game, just because I'm a fan of Runeterra and League of Legends and that universe. So I'm gonna be
That's a
happy
good
with the
attitude.
cards no matter what. So like that's my attitude toward it. If I get
Yeah.
something rare, cool, but I don't like I'm not going for the idea that I need to get these specific cards to be able to play. And it's like if, I don't
Makes
even
sense.
know if I'll play at my local shop or not. One of my friends said that he's big into from college, he's really big into Flesh and Blood. And so at some point we've talked about getting together just because, being with a friend is a lot more fun, especially for
Of
your
course.
first time.
Oh yeah.
So really excited about that. But yeah, I'm gonna go to Card Store
Sorfius,
tomorrow.
you convinced me. I'm gonna go to my local card store and play a Riftbound event. I think they have one.
Yeah, they should be.
Tomorrow.
The
Oh,
game's
but I'm
really
not gonna
fun.
do it tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna do it on the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good. It feels pretty unique. And it still feels like you're playing card games in the old League of Legends universe. So it's got enough flavor wins and stuff.
Yeah, that
Maybe
sounds
not quite
good.
as many as Legends of Runeterra yet, but I think they'll get there. So
Yeah, I mean they have a lot to like pull from Terra to like, so it's just like doable.
all right, how's this tier list gonna work, Silver? I see
Okay.
you've got a lot of
So
different things on
I
this
will.
list already.
Yes. We can add stuff if we want to. There's some decks that I was. So Prespec and we spent maybe 4 hours making this or something. Prespec.
Yeah, I'd say about
I'll
4 hours.
I'll link it in chat as well, and I'll tell you
Cool.
how it's formatted. What this format is so these are in order. They're separated between foundations and Bilgewater and stuff like that. They might not be perfect, but they're close to that. The general deck name is the first part. The bolded is what it's represented in the actual tier list itself. So like Wraithcaller, for instance, is bolded on the first one because it was a Wraithcaller deck more than anything else. So Hecarim and Wraithcaller. I could have done Hecarim, but you know, I just kind of picked whatever fit my taste at the time. And then I have a YouTube video of me playing it, which I might just play in the background while we talk about the deck so people can actually see it in action. And then the deck code of what the deck was at the time, just because I don't usually do a big deck review, but if you wanted, I could show on the client or whatever for anyone who wants to see that. But that's the idea. We're looking at going for the most fun or memorable, or could be even just like you think this like made the game what it is, so like you have to put respect on the name. You know, it's not really a defined criteria. It's really just vibes based.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
The way to like basically this is like completely like unapologetically nostalgia coded. And like
Yes.
so like if you have stuff where you're like, man, I have like a deck that's not on here that I want to fucking talk about, then like we're super open to it.
It's time. Yep.
All right, that sounds
Now's
good.
that time.
And also like if people in chat like we can like add stuff if like chat has one that like they like really like if you guys have like a deck list, we're
It can
willing to
be
like talk
meta,
about
it can
stuff.
be non-meta as long as I'm familiar with it. If I'm not familiar with the deck, then it's probably way too niche. But because I have some of my stupid non-meta stuff on there too. But yeah, that's the general idea behind it.
But yeah, if if you come out here and be like, yeah, my like Soraka Garen deck is like one of like the most memorable. And it's like, I'm sorry, man. I don't think we can talk about
No.
Soraka
Some of
Garen.
these are like very close to ones that are super memorable for me. So I'll just draw the parallel.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, do we want to
Yeah,
start with the first one then?
Yeah, it's funny because immediately the first one is one of the ones that this is not the most memorable version of Hecarim and Foundations for me.
What was that for you?
So it was the Hecarim Deathmark. It was like a teal
Oh,
red
yeah.
original brew.
Yes,
but
yes, I remember
actually
that.
think that was some of the most fun I ever had playing Runeterra. Was actually playing the Hecarim Deathmark deck, and it was like legitimately very good. I don't know if it was actually better than the Allegiance version, but it was like it had a different matchup spread because the Deathmarks were like pretty useful in certain matchups, and I think it had an argument for being better, especially when piloted really well. And when you watch like Teal Red pilot it, it was like pretty disgusting. So like that deck for me is like Turbo S tier. Like I loved it. But just the normal Mystery Race version is a lot less fun. It was like very linear, like super
It
straightforward.
was very linear. You either killed them or you didn't.
Yeah, so it was
So
like
for-
not that one's not an S tier, but the Deathmark version to me is an S tier.
So for people not in chat, can you that might not be like familiar with like that old because we are going back a lot.
Yeah.
What was like the teal red death mark? Like what was that deck like trying to do?
And
Yeah,
Tilred
so
is a person for people who do not know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Teal'c was a Japanese player that like always would come out with really unique brews. Like if you saw a Teal Red deck, it was like certified to be a banger. Sometimes they weren't like always the best, but they were always at least interesting, and sometimes they were crazy. And I do think that the Hecarim Deathmark one was like really crazy. It was actually more of a it was like I don't even know how to describe it as like control or tempo or what the fuck it was. Like it was crazy.
It was I remember playing it, so I'm happy that I at least played it, but
I
played it too. This
it
deck
was
was a
Zed
banger.
Hecarim. It was Zed Hecarim, and it was playing around the ephemeral keyword, making it so the first time you'd play your Hecarim, essentially, he'd be online. And it had Deathmark plus Squid. I can't remember the actual name of Squid. We just always called it Squid.
Darkwater Scourge.
Darkwater Scourge, perfect. That is exactly it. Which was like a 5/5 with ephemeral and had lifesteal. And so the deck would play to like stay alive until the Hecarim, and then the Hecarim would win the game. And you would basically play out the squid, and instead of it just healing 5 and then ephemeraling away, you'd also deathmark something, and then you're left with a 5/5 for 3, I believe, life steal body on the board, which would continue to buy you time against aggro decks before you trample them with Hecarim. And then against control decks, you're playing Hecarim, plus you'd play like Harrowing, or there were other different finishers you could play in this deck. But you'd be able to win against control decks because you can kill their big threats with Deathmark, and then just have a stampede of multiple Hecarim spawning on the board and killing them at the end of the game. So you had game into both sides of the matchup, whereas like the mono SI deck was very linear and still very strong. It just it was like a lot less flexible in your game plan.
You lost a control.
Draw the curve, you lost, and you lost a control. Yeah, you lost a control. Whereas the Deathmark version, I don't really think lost to control necessarily. I think it had a fine matchup into control.
And so I want to talk about like two things that you're about the Deathmark deck that made it like such a banger back then. So when this was a deck, Deny was 3 mana. Um
Yeah.
and so like your game plan of like stick a threat and then deny like anything they had to remove it was like very, very, very real back then. Yeah. And then in addition, there was this card Solitary Monk, which was also just like if you stuck it, then you won the game. I don't remember if that deck played it, but like I think it did. I don't remember
Honestly,
100%.
I bet there was like a one of Monk in it. Like
Yeah,
I bet there was an alternate win con one of Monk just like
yeah,
sitting in the deck.
yeah, and like it was. This is like a big theme back then. Was like decks back then were either like racing you or they like were landing some sort of thing that you could never beat. And that's like what
Yeah.
like a lot of the decks back
And
then like looked
well,
like.
and two, against aggro, if you ever got Darkwater Scourge without the ephemeral, you just won against aggro. Flat
Yeah,
out.
they couldn't beat
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
And like also like removal was really, really bad back then. Like I don't like it's
It's
crazy
terrible.
how bad it was. So
It's so
like
bad.
death marking stuff, something was legitimately busted as fuck back then because of how good it was to like actually have like a way to unconditionally remove something. So where do we
People
think
are
that deck
saying the
goes?
stream is buffering. So I actually added a death mark so we could. Well, I did have one. I don't
To
know.
differentiate them. Yeah, because I was gonna say like the Deathmark deck for me is like it is S tier. It was my favorite deck of all time to play actually. Like genuinely, it was in LOR. I had more fun playing that Deathmark deck than I think any other deck. There's maybe one exception, but I loved it. For me, it's S tier. And I
Are
have
you?
no problem like for myself putting it there, but I don't know how y'all felt about that
Oh
deck and if it
no,
was like as fun for you.
I'm like very, very down to put it in S tier because that was like the teal red like start of like him being bangers, and like that man as like a deck builder for like the first like 3 years of LOR, legitimately like never stopped making bangers for like
100%.
the history of his like career. Like he was
Yeah.
like the guy, like he just genuinely never stopped.
It absolutely was the deck that made him famous as well. I
Mm.
fully agree with you there. That was like we saw that deck show up. It was when I think people thought Hecarim was bad too. I don't remember if Wraithcaller was that Foundations or was that the first set
It
after?
was. It was
It was
Foundations,
Foundations.
and people.
Yeah.
It was even higher. It was a 4-3,
No,
4-4.
no. So the Wraithcaller was on there for the post buff where they buffed it to a 4/4 randomly.
Ah, that's yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you
That
remember
makes
I,
so
sense.
I
like
remember now.
that's
That's why I'm thinking it's not
yeah,
Foundations because
yeah,
it was a patch. Yeah,
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 you remember this patch, right? Where they
yeah. I
buffed
do.
literally
Yeah,
everything that was like SI mid range, like sort of
yep,
like slop, and then like that was the only thing you faced on ladder. Like,
yep.
it was just the
I'm
only
pretty
thing.
sure that patch is where I got a clip of like Crocolisking someone with destroying two of the keepers that give you the like 4/4s. So it's like
Oh yeah.
7/7 2/4/4s on the board on turn 3 or whatever. I was
Yeah,
like,
no,
all right, cool.
it was like really, really unfair. Sophie's, what is up with your stuff?
Is my stuff lagging really hard?
No, you are not
Uh,
streaming anything.
Discord streams
Oh,
down.
sorry.
I'm
No,
looking at
Discord stream is because people said my stream was lagging. So I was gonna ask you all
yeah,
if you could
okay.
look at the stream
I
instead.
can look at Twitch
Yeah, I can
and
look
see
at
it from
Twitch.
there.
That's fine. You need to scroll up.
No, I'm trying to
Something's.
add an image, and have all these stupid
Don't
ads.
worry about adding an image. It's fine. We'll add it later.
No, I want to do it now. You're tempted to add additional images. Okay, so I do that. And then I say current images. It says to edit template image order or remove images. But what about adding an image? Huh?
Uh,
Why can't...
It's fine, Sophie. I'm sure we can add it later. We can just continue with the tier list. We already have like a pretty good tier
Okay.
list to work with.
How about this? We...
Oh, your stream is buffering like crazy.
Yeah, that's
You're
what
like,
people are saying.
I'm looking at like,
Trying to fix it for you all.
ooh,
Garrett, YouTube is not receiving. Why did
what
it do
happened?
this? Yeah, I don't know. I can start and stop it again.
Yeah, just start and stop it, I think.
1 second. Oh, I have so many things open. Let me just see if I can
That would make sense.
just get rid of some stuff. I had the decks
There's, like,
open. Oh, I was playing that video. Maybe that's
that would
just
make
not the way
sense.
to go. Is it getting better?
Yeah. It looks like it's getting better.
I did have a lot of stuff open. I
I
mean, as
think
long
you're
as I have
better.
my chats. Okay. Yeah, I just had too much junk open. Okay, ads, I get it. We're gonna have ads up. I can't do anything. Okay. We should be good now. How about this? Oh, we can just
You
say
just
it too.
yeah, you
So,
could just share the like tier list with us, and like we can just like talk about it and have it open in our like sides.
here, actually, let me just try to
So you don't
share
have
the
to share
screen
the
now
screen.
since I got a bunch of stuff out of the way. Hopefully it's good now.
I mean, we can just open up the tier list and like look at it together, and you don't have to stream anything to us.
Okay, I'll link it to you all.
I already did it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, popping
All
it up
right.
now.
I would say I also agree, like, with Deathmark on it. Oh wait, I sent you all the. I accidentally made Deathmark the tier list picture instead of Legends of Runeterra. So,
We love
So
technical issues.
that's where that image went. Instead of into the tier list, it went as the
yeah,
That-
oh no, I
that makes
saw it,
sense.
but then I tried to remove it and it wouldn't let me remove it, so I'll have to do it later when we're not thinking about it as much. I do agree though with Deathmark version being S tier.
Okay.
I think it's been
yeah.
I remember that. I didn't remember until Casanova brought it up, but once he did, just because to me that was like the first innovative deck in the game.
Yeah,
It was the
like,
first
very
time.
meta relevant too.
Yes, and it was the
Yeah.
first time that someone did think out of the box and like
Oh, also,
everyone
everyone
was.
thought with ephemerals was like the literal worst like
Yeah,
mechanic.
Oh
they're bad.
yeah. Oh yeah, they
Everyone thought
thought
they were bad.
Hecarim was bad because the units died, and then people realized Hecarim was actually kind of broken. Uh, yeah. So what about? All right, we have Deathmark at S. What about the Wraith Color deck itself, as far as fun?
I don't. I think that's like a C tier.
I think
B
it's a C or an
tier.
F. I wouldn't quite be F, I guess, but
I-
maybe a C.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's probably C or F, even though I like loved Shadow Isles and I loved Hecarim. I think
Yeah.
like the reason I loved Hecarim was really the ephemeral deck. I do, you know what, it's not quite F because I do think Hecarim Callista was something I ended up playing a lot, and like it was so unfair for your opponent to have to play against it, but it was kind of like fun to just watch all the ephemeral stuff spawn and like Callista respawn a Hecarim. There was like some fun in that. So
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
It's definitely not F, but it's maybe not like
Yeah,
the most fun.
we have some
Oh
Fs
yeah,
for
Callista.
sure.
Callista also got buffed that patch too. I remember that.
Yeah,
Yes.
Callista Hecarim was like, I mean,
Yeah,
it was unethical for sure on that patch, but it was
uh,
I enjoyed it, but I'm biased because I really liked Hecarim, so.
So I can talk about Dawn Speakers because this is why it was like the first deck that like people net decked like straight up, I'm pretty sure. Like literally the first, because it was like the first deck that like had like 2 champions in it, and it followed very strictly the like wild card system that existed in like the first like 2 weeks of the game. The deck was not very good. I'd say that if I was rating it, I'd rate it F tier. Um, but it, it was the first deck that like actually like was like had the ability to be built with like the wild cards. It wasn't the best one that existed. I think the best one was like the burn deck that had like Darius in it. Um, but it was I just have like a lot of memories of it because it was like a deck that I theorycraft before like everything else, and it was on those really, really early tier lists.
This deck was the biggest psyop in Riftbound history, Runeterra history.
Oh yeah, no, 100%.
Agreed.
100%.
Yes. Oh
ever.
yes.
Oh yeah. No, this is like an F tier deck, like for sure.
It's so funny. No, but like it's iconic because yeah, I mean you're right. It was the first deck that everyone net decked, and then it's the reason that Night Eye was like one of the first 3 people to hit Master in the first season, playing Mono Fiora, just like farming every single Dawn Speaker's deck.
Yes.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Something interesting that Prespec and I talked about this deck earlier when we were making this is that it ran only 2 Elises because no one could afford more than 2 champions.
Yeah.
Yeah. This deck was so poorly built, it ran 3 Chronicler of Ruin. Just putting that out there.
Because you got that for free.
Because you got it for free, and that was why it was at 3. This deck was heinously bad. I think that putting it anywhere higher than F tier is like disrespectful to every other deck on this list.
We are talking about fun and iconic though, so like it might be a C just because it is iconic.
No, Precipic owes me dust for this deck. It's an F.
No, this is an F. This is an F
Wait,
for sure.
you made it? You're like, oh man,
no,
Precipic and some others are saying this deck is good. Kuvira was very big on this deck as well.
Kuvira was very fond of it. No, this is an F tier.
So
This is an F tier.
I didn't really know like that many people at the very start, but I knew I was gonna like commit to playing and streaming the game. But like I had just come out of being a professional MOBA player. I was not I played a lot of card games. And I like card games, but I hadn't like really dug it. I very commonly just like net decked and Hearthstone and played other people's decks, right? And so like the first deck I see is like, oh, this Dawn Speakers deck, everybody's playing it. Must be pretty decent, and it's relatively cheap on Dust, so I like, so I built it. And I very quickly was like, this deck is like terrible. I climbed a lot with it. I did climb.
No, that was the thing.
This is awful.
That was the thing. Is that like people climbed a lot with this deck.
Yeah.
It was really
bad. I climbed a ton, but then I climbed to the point, right, where I would queue into Night Eye every game. So I'd have to actively dodge him, right? Because like, I can't win a game because I'm queuing into Night Eye permanently. And he's on Mono Fiora. But I'm like, why am I playing this deck? So then I'm like trying to figure out what I can build out of like whatever other dust I have. And
you were like not building anything else, so like then people quit the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting here and there's like 3 people at the amount of like points, because I was like turbo grinding. It's like me, Night Eye, all new bagels, and that's all you're queuing into. Maybe Astrogation and Hyped. And like these are the only people that I'm queuing into. And I'm on fucking Dawn Speakers. And I'm like, just end me right now.
Oh god, it was so bad.
And you know, I was one of the first like 5-10 people to make Masters that season, but it was after, playing other decks.
And by the way, the pivot deck, I remember this very quickly. I didn't add this to the list because it was just mono elusives, no champions whatsoever.
Yes, it was. It just went right under.
I pivoted to that deck too. That's what got me to Masters.
To get there because it was also cheap, right? But you know what? Bagels was like, he was I think first 3 or something to master. I can't remember the exact number. What he did, he played Ladros Ghost combo. It was control Ionia with like life steal.
Yeah.
Just Ladros you, and then ghost his Ladros and hit you.
I remember that. I do remember that.
That's what he was doing in Foundation. Now that's not, I wouldn't put it in like iconic decks here, right? Because literally just Bagels played that. But that was like what I'm running into on the ladder playing King Dawn Speakers. And I'm getting Ladros one shot with Ghost Ladros.
This is why Dawn Speakers was on the list, is because of the amount of trauma that we caused to people by having them craft this dog shit deck.
As iconic as it is, like
and Dawn Speakers is an epic card.
It has to be F tier, like it is. Yeah.
The other thing, so anyone wondering like why Dawn Speakers worked at lower ranks is because at the time, because removal did suck so much, also just stats were king. Getting big stats on the board just won you the game. That's like later, we'll talk about later, but like why Eldux was good, for instance. It's just getting these big stat sticks was good, and Dawn Speakers allowed you to do that.
Also, you cheesed the fuck out of people with Curse Keeper plus Ravenous Butcher. Like, what Ravenous Butcher was like Curse Keeper was like turned into a 4/4 back then. And then like people literally just didn't have decks that could deal with like a 4/4 plus a 3/2. They just died.
Yep. For sure.
They just literally died. And then Rasa was also like hyper broken.
Rasa
back then
was so good.
Because like burn decks were playing Darius in it, and you would just like Rasa their Darius, and they were like, "Oh, I guess I lose." Yeah.
So
it's good memories. Like Foundations is such good memories for me, honestly.
It really is.
Don't worry, we got a couple more Foundations decks coming in. We got their next one. We got this cover Noxie and Fervor.
Okay, wait. Fervor is for sure a set 2 deck.
Yeah, it's set 2.
It's set 2? Oh wait, no. Then we'll talk about Elnux. We'll talk about Elnux, and we'll talk about Flash of Brilliance.
Yeah, I can just literally move this to later.
Well,
I think.
Okay, but
it would be here.
I had something I wanted to say about. Well, no, that is That is still set 2, I think.
It was in Bilgewater.
So the reason, okay, I'll say what's on my mind.
Okay.
That
Yeah, go ahead.
first burn deck that was running, it wasn't running Darius initially. Like there was a Darius burn deck in very early Foundations, but the first burn deck that was really successful and became meta defining, and it spawned the creation of Ionia. It was the Ionia SI list Karma, the like Karma no win condition Karma, like just every lifesteal card in the deck Karma. Spooky Karma, right?
Yeah.
Me and Gummy, if y'all remember Gummy.
Yes, I do.
Yes, I remember my boy Gummy God.
Yes, of
and
course.
I hit rank 1 with it before it was seen on somebody's stream, and then it flooded the ladder, and it was just, we literally like searched in the search tab like direct damage and put all of it in a deck. And we were like, it feels like you just have so much that it'll work. And we started just killing people on like turn 4, or killing people on the very first decimate. They would just die. And then that was at the very end of Foundations. I remember this because we saw the spoilers for the next set with Noxian Fervor and the Demolitionist, the 2-drop that like
yeah.
deals 2. And we were like, oh my god, Burn just became like egregious, like the most broken thing.
Well,
and it did. It ended up.
I remember
did happen.
Precious
so
Pet
broken.
was just getting 4 damage onto
Yeah,
people.
just get 4 damage.
Yeah,
always,
just flat
always.
out.
Literally always.
Damage. We did the math on Teemo because like originally Teemo wasn't in the deck.
I
but then we
remember
put Teemo
this
in,
too.
And we did like shroom math, and like your Teemo is generally worth like 1.5 damage when it gets in, and it's elusive, so it might get in twice, so like 3 damage. It was like actually quite good. It was honestly, it's so funny to say it because it sounds like a meme, but it was like quite a nuanced deck to play, even though you're just smacking your opponent in the face and pointing everything in their direction. But it was actually like quite difficult because you had to get that. You often won by exact lethal. So that was what I was reminded with the Noxian Fervor when I saw that. I know y'all had the it was the other version of Burn with the later one, the Doom Beast, the like
the spider one, the one that's just like
that's Targon actually, because Doom Beast is Nightfall. So that was even a bit later.
Oh,
No, but I was
like
thinking-
there was a
about the
Noxian Fervor
SI
before that though too, or Noxian Fervor came out before that. Yeah.
Yeah, the version we
just
were
kept
thinking of
getting
was
better.
like the SI Noxus one that was like all in on just like, I'm going to kill you by like turn 5 every single game.
That was the Targon one. It was a bit more stable into things like Spooky Karma and stuff after people started really like teching for Burn. Which Targon basically killed Burn until that deck came out, which was super cool.
Oh yeah. The deck that I was thinking of was, do you remember the post where like Mo like first came out, where he talked about like what a burn deck was? It was like a Reddit post, and he was talking about like average of like 2 to 3 damage per card that every card is producing.
I don't remember this post, but that's not a surprising post.
Yeah, this is like one of the things that really like brought it popular, and it was what defined him. And he was like one of the bigger like streamers for LOR for a while.
He was,
and what defined him was just like this commitment approach.
It was nine decimates.
So I had to go Google it, and there is a What Am I article on Mobilix called "How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Burn."
Yeah.
And it starts with "The debate begins," and it's just burning the opponent. Where is the fun? It's
it
so
is so good.
good.
Honestly, it is one of my proudest things in my time in lore, is being part of the genesis of Burn and Legends of Runeterra. Because that first Burn deck was so degenerate and amazing. It was so much fun.
Well, the thing about it too is it was really skill testing, because you could not miss a single damage or else you lost.
Yeah, you'd lose.
Yeah.
You'd lose.
The thing that a lot of people learned playing Burn was the fact that the ability to kill someone when you didn't have attack token is one of the most fucked up things in like Runeterra by like a lot, because you effectively just negate their turn. And that was something that no one realized before. Was like man, all these burn cards are shit. They all have like such low damage values. Why do I care? I can like only hit them once. They can block everything. But the reality was, you just take an extra turn against them at one point in the game and you just win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, who was the first person to Masters? Go on in chat. I
The
didn't know, and I don't
very
remember.
first
It was
It was
someone
this-
in
it-
Asia,
it was
right?
like- No, I know who
Oh.
it was. I remember this.
Astrogation, wasn't it?
I don't remember the person, but I remember the deck they were playing. The first deck that like made it to Masters was an SI Noxus burn deck that was playing Darius. I remember this very distinctly.
I don't remember who the name was for sure.
I think it was Astro, but that might have been a different like set. It might have not been set one that Astro
No,
hit it
yeah.
first.
I do remember him
'Cause-
hitting it first, but I
'Cause
don't know if
Astro
it
one
was
of the people that was like fighting me for it on the first. Like it was me, Bagels, Astro, Night Eye, Hyped were some of the names that were really fighting for it. I'm trying to remember who else was on that list and if any of that group got it or if someone else got it. Damn, I don't remember.
Oh, Pokrovok. How do you say his name? Pokrovok?
Oh yeah, Pokrovok. That's who it was. Yes, I remember this.
You're right.
Yes.
It was
absolutely.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was the person.
was the
That was
first
the
one.
person that made that deck. Yep, I remember this.
Yes.
So the other deck from Foundations. So there's 3 other decks from Foundations that really stick out to. There's Elnuk Ezreal.
Yeah.
There's Flash of Brilliance Heimerdinger, and there's Monofiora, and then also Karma Lux. Those are the 4 others.
Yeah.
And Karma Lux specifically was when Unyielding Spirit was burst. Same for Fiora.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
of those, which do you think would you rather talk about the most first? Of those 4?
Yes, me or Silver?
Asking
Either of you.
Casanova.
Casanova. We've already talked about all these.
Yeah,
Kind of.
a
We
lot
went
of
over
these
them.
are less ones that I mean I know all these decks very like vividly, but they're not ones that I love as much. So I can be definitely quicker on these as well. Where like Elnox is really iconic because it got cards that no one thought would be good nerfed.
Yes.
Which is really really funny. I think Elnox being nerfed is like hilarious. Just like straight up.
Yeah.
It's also to me, it like is iconic of like prismaticism early on, who was like somebody I knew from like Pro Hots, and now he's actually doing really well in Riftbound in the online tournaments and stuff, which is quite cool. But I always think of Priz when I think of Elnux, because it was like his favorite deck to play. And it started to
It
show
sounds
us
like him.
how OP Ezreal was gonna be with like a burst speed kill you. This was like the first taste of like burst speed kill you.
We really didn't know.
Yeah,
we didn't.
We got obviously Karma Ezreal later, but I think it was like a cool deck, and it was funny that you got to do the Elnuk thing, but also it was not particularly exciting of a deck to play. It was like I just freeze your stuff and buy time, and then I just like casino roll my Elnuk, and it's probably enough, and then I have to combo you.
If you hit 1, you were okay. You hit 2 or more, you won the game instantly.
You won the game. It was just
if
over,
you
right?
missed, you lost.
I remember
so funny.
I remember very distinctly playing against this deck. It was the fastest deck to play against on ladder, because on turn 5 you knew if you won or lost the game immediately.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pretty much. So
like,
I didn't have much love lost for this deck when it got when it got nerfed. It's not that I like hated it. It was just like it was very like non-factor for me. I was like not a huge fan or not fan. I think I played it in a tournament and it was like I did fine with it, and I didn't hate it, but it was just like, yeah, I don't love this deck.
I was like, this shouldn't exist the way that it does. I don't believe in like a turn 5 coin flip. I did think it was funny though when you would just see this herd of Elnuks take over the entire thing. Like it was really funny to me.
Well, it started as a meme too, right? It was like
I think I played it as a meme at the start, and I was like,
you.
It might have been because I was like, oh, this is kind of like I knew that stats were really good. And I was like, these odds really aren't that bad. What was it, the top 8 cards at the time?
Yep,
top 10? I don't know. It was like a good amount of the cards. I was like, I'm pretty consistently hitting this and people just lose. I don't know if I played it with Ezreal or not, though. I think I might have played it with Ashe. And then people figured out with the Ezreal that was the way to go.
I don't think like it originally was even an Ezreal deck. It was like playing the copy card. I've like jettisoned most of the card names
counterfeit
out of my head.
copies.
Yeah, counterfeit copies. And it was like
Oh yeah,
counterfeit
I did
copies,
that
like
too.
meme deck. I'm pretty sure Silver. I remember you doing
Yes,
this. I think
I
other
did
content
this.
creators did this, but like it wasn't an Ezreal deck. It was just like doing this and then seeing like you would
I
just
played Ghost in it
call the whole
too.
herd. Yeah, there you go. You get the whole herd, right? And then the thing from there is
Some-
that people started doing the math on it, and as you were saying, and realized that the math isn't even that bad to like not even either worry about that card, or some people even played it in Ezreal because if you just got the Bull Elnuck and you threw it in and then played it on 5, your odds just were like spiked a lot, and it was like
Yep.
pretty low commitment to just get more value out of this deck. I don't remember if that was like more meta or less. I just know that some people did it.
I don't think it was ever
me,
very
it's-
meta for the
like a
counterfeit
C.
copies version.
Yeah, this deck's like a C. It's fine.
It's C. I agree. Now, on the topic of decks that like you knew if you won or lost on turn 5, Silverfuse literally couldn't find a video for this deck because it was impossible to get footage for it. Flash of
Oh, is
Brilliance,
it Heimer?
Heimerdinger.
Yeah.
Flash of Brilliance, Heimerdinger. You literally knew if you won or lost the game on turn 5 every single time.
I hated
because
this deck.
Yeah, me too. I hate this deck so much. And
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I don't have a video, not because of my hatred for it, because you would, every time you played on 5, people would just concede. So you couldn't make a video for it. And it felt even worse, Coin Flippy, because they were elusive units at the time. For those who didn't know, these were 3/1 elusive units. Someone puts 3 of those on the board and then still has their full mana left. You just died. You were just dead. And like Heimer, like people tried running Coaling Strike against him, but because it's a burst, you would just die to it. And everyone, I remember Hack Me loved this deck
Spooky
so
Karma could beat
much.
it. That was about it. Spooky Karma could
yeah,
like hold up the resources to like whale it,
Withering
or
Whale,
wild
yeah.
stuff, or even just like kill the Heimer straight away and then still be able to have the life gain and like removal to deal with the rest. Like there were very few decks that actually like actively could deal with it well, and it was so uninteractive. I mean, I'm with you, Silver. It's like an F for me. That deck was
this is an easy
It's
F.
instant F.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
But
either the bottom or like second to last or third to last on F tier. Like it's
This
at
was
the
also,
way
like,
bottom.
this
Like
was
to
also
me, it
the
should be on a
first
different tier than Dawn Speakers. Like it's that. It's Z.
Oh yeah, no. This was genuinely the first like really big tournament menace too.
Yes.
I remember just like every
Aw.
single tournament lineup.
Well, you
had this
had
deck in it.
to.
And, yeah,
you
because
had
you
to
just
it's
like,
free.
yeah,
It's free if
and-
you hit.
Yep. Every single tournament lineup had this deck, and it was the most cancer deck. And if you didn't have a plan for it, then your tournament lineup.
yeah,
was
you
bad.
ban it. Yeah,
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
your plan could be ban it, right?
If you're not
Your
playing
plan-
Karma, you ban it.
Yep.
So
And even then, a
but,
lot of people banned Karma as well. So even then, you still probably banned it.
And this is like first in the line of like stuff that like I just like Flash of Brilliance like ends up being a problem down the line again. I'm thinking about like with like other things like Nami and stuff like that, where it was just like and like
It turns
other-
out that
I ran-
refilling your entire spell mana is pretty freaking good.
Yeah. But the problem card next for these next two decks was a truly hellish form of card, which is Unyielding Spirit. We have two decks in this tier that really just
Let's start with
I
Mono
think that-
Fiora.
yeah, I don't want to say that these were like the decks that like ended up ruining LOR, but I'm pretty sure that like decks like this were why like down the line cards like Hush got printed and stuff like that was because of the existence of stuff like this.
Yeah.
These so we know what Unyielding Spirit does. It just makes it so your card cannot be destroyed by battle, cannot be destroyed by removal. Pair these onto like champions like Fiora or Lux, and you effectively can no longer win the game because these cards defend you so well, and they also serve as a win condition for themselves. Lux was played with Karma, so it was more slow and controlling, and Fiora was more just like a combo, like if you get this card off, you win the game. And like it didn't really matter like how it happened. What the deck was about was if I get Unyielding Spirit on a champion, I can't lose.
And at that time, it was burst and not fast.
yeah, I mean, so Unyielding Spirit also was a set 2 card.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
Yes,
it was not in
was.
Foundations.
It was.
goddamn.
But Mono Fiora was like a deck because of what you've said multiple times about set 1 having terrible removal. It made Mono Fiora pretty disgusting. in set one, especially with everybody playing Dawn speakers around the. Adds to the power of it. All these fire decks.
I'm proud to say I was never a Dawn speaker gamer. I saw right through that. I was like, this is awful.
I think unyielding is still like a good thing to talk about, even in this spot, right? Even if we're in foundations, like foundations set 2 kind of bleed into each other a little bit with a lot of how these decks function. They continue on. Fiora, I think this deck was cool. I think all in Fiora, it was really cringe to play against if you didn't have answers. But I think it was a cool deck that like you only play this one unit in your deck basically, and
then everything is around it. Frostbites. You have Entreat in that deck. That's like one of the few decks you ever played Entreat in.
It was also the first deck that like was like actively saying like, no, I don't want to play 6 champions. I'm intentionally playing less than that for a reason.
Yeah.
So
you mentioned Entreat, which is really funny because in my brain, Mana Fiora is actually an Ionia deck.
That too. It's both.
Because I think about it from
Notify, deny, freaking deny at 3 mana. Oh my gosh.
I'm thinking about Foundations Mana Fiora, which is before Entreat, it's before all other stuff.
It's 3 mana
standalone. No, I remember this.
And I'm thinking about
it was the worst.
My ass, because Night Eye was the guy that was just like, if you queued into Mana Fiora on ladder in the high rankings early on in the game, it was Night Eye. That's who was playing it. No one else had invested into Mana Fiora at that early in the game.
Oh,
and the other thing about this deck was, again, like this card that like showed up in a lot of Ionia decks. We didn't realize how good elusives were back then. This solitary monk card was completely ridiculous. It was as good because I remember I died like literally on like turn 5 having like lethal with like a burn deck because they played their solitary monk standalone, they attacked, and then they played rally, attacked again, and then they attacked me on 5, and I died. And it was like, that was it. Like, that was 21 damage right there because solitary monk was a 4/3, and standalone gave +3/+3. So like that was it. You were just dead.
Die.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Fiora was like your other game.
And that was
like,
the beginning of Karma Lux too later. That's the monk. Like that fed into Karma Lux later where you would play standalone on those too. Like that would be your early game against aggro on the freaking Kinko Wayfinder. Sorry, that's a little bit off topic, but it made me think of that.
No, it's true. I think Fiora, because it was like the first like alternate win con, and they had this first alternate win con in the very first set, and it was like pretty unique. It's like you have to remove this thing. They made it really hard to remove. I think because it was really annoying to play against, and you had to like warp a lot of game plans around if Fiora was in the meta. It's like maybe B, because it wasn't just like blanket enjoyable, but I don't know. It's like as far as fun to play,
it's very iconic.
It's pretty iconic. Maybe A for me.
Okay.
I think it's so iconic.
If this was the Silverfuse tier list, I think straight to F. But this is, I understand what you all are saying. Like you all are making good points. Like I said, if this was a silver
F
tier list,
Ionia one early.
but this is a team effort. So I'll agree with you all on A, just because I do think the game is not the same if Fiora didn't exist.
Yeah,
it changes quite a bit from the start, especially.
Funny thing that, because y'all were mentioning Unyielding, that my memories of Unyielding at burst speed is like the start of the Bilgewater set, and everyone's playing these like cool Bilgewater pirate decks and everything, and it has these like great ideas. And then like Astro's just like, what if you just play Mono Demacia with this like fuck ass card? And then he got he hit Master either like top 5 in that set. And then he hands it to me and he's like, everybody's going to be playing this. So, I mean, I hope you like mirrors. And I'm like, what if I just play Mono Demacia except for 2 Will of Ionia? And then I just played that into all the mirrors. And they play their Unyielding, and I'd will it, and I hit Master the same day.
It reminded me a lot of like when people started adding like what's like the Garen champion spell that like fucking swings the sword around?
Judgment. Oh, I was a Judgment gamer. I was a Karma Lux Judgment gamer.
Yeah, that's my memory. The actual unit, if we want to talk about Karma Lux, the unit, I actually don't remember the unyielding on the Karma or the Lux as much
Oh,
as
I
on
do.
another unit. No, I remember it on another unit though, even more, which was Radiant Guardian. I
Oh
remember it
yeah.
very, yeah.
Yeah.
That
Mhm.
is the unit I remember like being like, well, they played Radiant Guardian on turn 5. I can no longer win this game.
Yeah,
So
I remember.
Karma Lux was my first deck to Masters. It was in the first season too. Oh yeah, here I got this list right here on the stream. Oh yeah, Twin Disciplines, Prismatic Barrier, Standalone, Deny, Spirit's Refuge, Will of Ionia, Detain, Dawn and Dusk, Remembrance, Judgment, 2x. We got the Kinko Lifeblade, Solitary Monk, Emerald Awakener, and Shadow Assassin, and then
Oh,
Karma
Kinko
Lux.
Lifeblade. Oh my
Yeah.
Kinko
god.
Lifeblade.
That is
Oh my god, I
that,
hated this card.
that is
Oh god.
a trigger word. Kinko
Oh
Lifeblade is
god. The Kinko Lifeblade. Oh, turn 4 Kinku Lifeblade standalone GG. Like that's what it
yeah.
was. That was
Yes.
literally what it was.
Yeah.
Where do you put this one, Silver? Because this deck for me, I hated this deck.
For
So
I
Karma
for me,
hated this
Lux.
so
for me
much.
this one's super low. But what?
It's
Rudy,
above
you got
Fiora
this.
for me.
So let's compromise. Let's leave it in A since we
Yeah,
were willing to
you
put
can
Fiora
Yeah,
in A.
I
an A
can't
'cause
quite
you're-
call it S, but like it was my first deck too. And also too, all right, you know how we had to open those stupid chests to get our legendary cards?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not hit a champion card until my 10th week of playing the freaking game. Like
That's
I
crazy.
think I had to stop playing for like a couple weeks because I was just bored and I couldn't play anything. Because I spent some money on the game, but nothing crazy. But yeah, no, I gotta, here, there we go. I'll play the Karma Lux there. And Lux is my favorite champion in League for those who don't know. And that's, I think, I played her some to get platinum recently. So Lux is my favorite. I don't love her card in LOR, but the memory for me, the nostalgia is taking. I was a freeze mage player too, also in Hearthstone days, so yeah, that just kind of hit for me.
Can I make a request that we take a break of this after Bilgewater because I have something to do?
Oh yeah, we can
Yep.
take a break whenever we need to.
Okay.
Yeah, we can power through some of these as well to get the tier list going. I think.
Yeah, so
I mean,
let's
Karma
like
Lux,
let's get up to Bilgewater and then I think we're good
Yeah.
to take a break.
Yeah.
for sure.
That sounds good. Okay.
So Jinx is stand-in for Jinx Draven.
Jinx,
Draven?
yes, Jinx Draven. It is the classic discard aggro that we had at the
Yeah,
start.
I love that deck.
Yes. Yeah, that is the deck.
I'm gonna throw out a rating right now. S tier.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
I think it was really fun. Deck wasn't like
It made
particularly
me think too.
good
I do.
until later, till the buffs.
Yes.
Which came a couple sets later or a set later that Jinx got the buffs. And I think the deck was like kind of mid until then, but like mid in a very fun way. This was like the I want to chill out and play a deck I really enjoy kind of deck, and I would play a lot of Jinx Draven in that way.
Oh, I have a
if
Teemo
you-
Jinx version of
yeah.
it up right now. All right, so we
Eh,
got the Legion Saboteur, the Precious Pet, the Rearguard, House Spider, Crimson Aristocrat, Battlecaster, Crimson Disciple, Boom Crew Rookie back when it was a 1/4, used Cask Salesman. Then we got the Mystic Shots, the Mites, the Get Excited, the Decimate. Yeah, my list doesn't even look that good. Oh, and I have Teemo. I have a Teemo Jinx. This is the one that I have instead of the Draven, but it was very similar.
The thing about this deck I remember, there was one card I remember very much which was the used Cast Salesman.
Yep.
People didn't think that card was good for like a really long time.
Yeah.
And like what people realized as they were playing it was like you actually need something to do on the turn where your opponent's attacking you, even if you're playing aggro. And
Yes.
it was the best card for
Yep.
when your opponent was attacking.
There was not
There
much
was not
access
better.
to face. And that was one of the ones that you had access to face without just
Oh, yeah,
blowing a spell for no reason.
It made it into the burn deck, and for the exact reason Precipix said is like when you're against like other aggressive decks that are trying to hit you back, guess what? I'm gonna block you and still deal a damage to you, you know, and start pushing things even further.
Yeah.
It-
But overall,
definitely a very
Jinx
strong card.
and like Jinx is like very much like a card that like survived the test of time. Like once you were able to like there was a buff that happened to her much later on
Yeah.
where you could like get like an extra rocket again on the turn. And like once that happened, then like this deck was just fantastic. Like it had like some other buffs to it with cards. But yeah, once that happened, this was just like always just like mainstay S tier.
For sure.
Like
I
I agree
agree.
with that.
Yep, I'm there. I think
It
it
was always
was
a deck I was fine when it was good. I was happy when it was good. Like I was like, I
yeah.
don't care. If it's good, that's great. Like whatever. I like seeing the deck.
Yeah, I agree with that. Just overall pretty
okay,
fun.
Karma Ezreal. Very controversial one here, I'm pretty sure.
I have a controversial take.
Let's hear it.
It's S tier. and I say this as somebody who hated this deck and wanted it banned.
So
I just think,
what made this deck so good?
you killed someone without interaction at burst speed. You just
We
you got-
played
you got to
chump
the point
whoop
where
in this thing to get burst mushrooms.
Yeah, you just like did everything to level the champs, right? Like anything you could to level the champs, and then once the champs were leveled, the game was over. There's no recourse. There's nothing you can do about it. The game is over once both the champs are leveled. Because you would die on the stack. They'd either fill the stack, so you can't even deny anything because there was a maximum stack. They either fill the stack or they just kill you at burst speed. One or the other. You don't have a choice in the matter. You're dying. And like okay, I hated this deck and like yeah, sure it should be like F tier in that way, but it was very fun to play. A lot of people really enjoyed it, and it was the first true like
Combo.
uninteractable OTK combo that we had. That yeah, like there any other combo, I think like there was a way to disrupt it. There was some potential time that you could stop this. This was like you're getting Thanos snapped. Like there's nothing you can do about this. And I think that is like cool and historic, and thank God they like found ways to make it not a thing going forward. But it was only the first of many. There were other decks that were maybe not quite as degenerate as this one in the future, but some that started to approach it.
I also think it was like the first deck that like in LR that really had like a very skillful mirror where people
Yes,
really
it
had to think about passing. I didn't think that people really thought a ton about like when you should pass until like this deck was like big.
That's true.
I
That's a
think
really good point.
yeah, I think being willing to like be like because what people realized with this deck was that like if both players just like burn their mana, then the Karma player is always favored. And like
Mhm.
people didn't really realize that before that is that like you just have like straight up benefit of
Freaking
like
burst pasting too became
yeah,
really big then.
yep. It was just like you're just waiting to react to what the opponent's doing always.
I have to add something else that I really liked about this deck. To me, this was the first deck where I felt my champion's win condition and like getting the points like of leveling up the Ezreal of targeting units was like the first time I really felt like I got a really good payoff from it. I mean, of course, the payoff was you kill someone, essentially.
The payoff was
But
win.
like, I felt like I had like the actual journey and like the the fantasy of leveling up my champion, then getting to do something cool from it. Like, I didn't really feel that way with most champions. Like, even Lux didn't quite feel like that. It's only the final spark doesn't really do all that much. But like, Ezreal is just really cool that you could just throw all these burst speed spells on and then stack everything and then just watch him just fire off all these bullets at people.
Yeah, and say the other card I want to mention in this deck that like actually like defined the meta for a pretty long time. Casanova mentioned this card. It was Will of Ionia. That was like a really big card that defined this deck because like it traded up with almost everything in the at that point. It was you were just like it was a target for Ezreal. It did everything you wanted to do that this deck wanted.
Yeah, they ended up nerfing it, right? They nerfed the cost
Yeah,
eventually.
they
They
literally nerfed
did.
it to 5, and it became
Oh
unplayable
yeah,
at
5 is unplayable. 5
Yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah.
I have a video of myself playing the deck right now, and I'm like calculating the amount of damage I need so I don't die to They Who Endure, and that I can burst damage them instead.
Yeah.
Love that.
And it looks like
That's why to me it's S tier because the first stuff. As much as like you never wanted to queue into this deck. You banned it. Like ladder sometimes became kind of unplayable because you would see this thing. So like there's a lot of downsides to it, but it's just like I don't know. This deck is it's so historic in that way. I don't even know what my metric is for the tiers, but I just like see that as like I probably will never forget uh Karma Ezreal. Like
yeah.
No,
I
I
just
won't. I won't.
I just don't think I'll ever forget it. There's a few decks like that in Legends of Runeterra, and like I think y'all's document is awesome here, where I'm like reading through these, and like I do remember like all of these decks realistically, but I don't think I would have remembered them without like seeing them on a page or really locking in to think about it. But someone says Legends of Runeterra, and there's a few decks that just like pop out in my mind, and Karma Ezreal is one of those decks that like I'm not gonna forget that deck.
So the next deck I would say that I would never forget because it's just been a deck in Legends of Runeterra for the entire history of Legends of Runeterra up to Jarvan getting printed was Shen Fiora.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I I don't like what this deck. I like. I think this was the deck that actually like leveled Fiora incidentally the most.
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, like it you would like I was someone who played a lot of Elise. And if I queued into a Fiora Shen player, I hated my life the entire time. There was nothing I could do. There's like if they drew like even reasonably well, there was nothing I could do.
Also, I was also one of those people that ran one of Judgment just so I'd randomly win with Fiora out of nowhere.
Yeah, yeah, it's very funny. The few R wins on like wide boards with Judgment are hilarious. I this deck I remember pretty vividly. Maybe not for the best reason of like liking this deck. It was so pop when it was really good. It was in everyone's lineup. And
Yes.
I had a little tournament called Fight Night that a couple people played in sometimes.
I played it in
And
sometimes.
everybody was bringing Fiora Shen for a couple weeks in a row, and I was getting a little like, I mean, I want everyone to bring the best decks because like there's money on the line, right? So I'm not like there was never a thought in my mind of like ban Fiora Shen or anything like that, but it was like I was really bored of
I'm tired
commentating
of
Fiora
this.
Shen mirrors. Like Fiora Shen mirrors are miserable.
They are miserable.
They're really bad.
Horrible. So we had a Fiora Shen mirror, and we just put my face cam in the middle of the board, and I just started like reading poetry. And we were just like, this is what we're gonna do for this for the first like six turns or whatever until the two players start actually playing the game. Because like in the mirror, that was like the optimal way to play. I don't remember the like exact like tension there, but it was really like you pretty much
You
just
didn't want to
play the
feed
game for the
Fiora.
first. Yeah, you
It
didn't
was
play the
literally
game for the first like six turns.
it was literally because like whoever acted first that didn't have enough banked mana lost to the other person because you were
Yeah.
down mana.
Because
Yeah,
a
exactly.
single combat was a big one, and like the barrier, like you wanted to have so many things ready to go to react to your opponent that you had to bank a bunch of mana for it, or else you were just straight up gambling. And even then, you were still gambling, but you just had better odds by waiting.
So that was the thing. We were just like, all right, I'm just gonna read poetry. So there's like a fight night where we have a round where I just recite the Jabberwock by Lewis Carroll while there's a Fiora Shen mirror passing back and forth in the background. And then they start actually playing cards, and we go back to the game. And that's why I remember this deck is that that happening.
I remember this deck because this was the deck that really got people talking about how fucked up I was. Like it really got people talking about it. You would normally like an over the top card like Ruination would be really good against this deck. Normally a
Yeah.
really over the top card like Harrowing would be really good against this deck. But with this deck in the meta, if a card that had spell mana costs more than like 6 mana, Deny made it unplayable.
3 mana
Like,
deny. Woo!
and it literally just like started having conversations with it where it was like, okay, like Deny isn't even like an OP card because it's warped the meta so much that certain cards just don't exist in it anymore. And that's like what like kind of a deck like Fiora
Yep,
Shen
I
kind of
was
did
one of
to
those
it.
people that was really big on that, where I remember having to explain to people, like, I just spent, it was either 9 or 10 mana trying to make a play. They countered it for 3, and then they played 2 more cards and rallied against me. Like, the game is just over, and there's nothing I can do about it, so I can't play these cards anymore.
And that's like where a lot of like the negativity to this deck is. Like if I had to like compare it to like a different card games like thing, it's like a deck with like really efficient creatures and counter spells. Like that's what the deck was.
Mm-hmm.
And like the counter spells sometimes were combat tricks, the counter spells were like sometimes literal deny, but it always just and sometimes it was like a really, really efficient removal spell, like single combat. But what the deck ended up being was I'm gonna stick a card and you're never gonna play the game.
Yep. I
Um,
have it up in the background right now, and I'm just seeing myself use single combat against, I had a barrier up, and they were trying to, poke the barrier down. I was like, oh, I'll just single combat the thing you were going to use to kill me. And level up my Fiora at the same time. Why not?
So if I have to rate this deck, I don't have a ton of positive things to say about it, even though it was like a deck for like the entirety of Runeterra's history. I don't know. I don't want to rate it higher. I prefer. I think the Elnuk deck is cooler than
like an F.
Yeah.
it's an F. I think this deck's like an F.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, but I do think it's enough.
Before or after Dawn Speakers?
I think Dawn Speakers is maybe it's not. It's better than Dawn Speakers.
Yeah,
I think it's before Dawn Speakers. Dawn Speakers is really bad. We could talk about Fervor. I think is the next one we can talk about. The Fervor burn.
If we're saying Fervor is like the burn list, the me and Gummy burn list, that's an SBB. But if we're just talking about like burn holistically, I don't know.
The one we had in Vision was specifically like the spider version.
The spider? Okay,
burn.
spider burn.
Yes.
I did play this one a good amount as well with the Stygian Onlookers in Targon with the Nightfall stuff, which was, I really liked the Nightfall stuff, even though originally Nightfall felt kind of underwhelming, and then it had like a patch that it was really busted. I'm like a little spottier on memory for some of the middle portions. It's funny because like timeline wise, these are more recent, but like just the strength of memory on the older stuff is a lot.
So the version I can name you the card. Stalking Shadows is the card that like maybe like comes to your head.
Yeah.
This is what like really defined this deck was like Stalking Shadows, and you would literally go like Stalking Shadows into Stygian Onlooker, and like you would literally kill your opponent.
Yeah,
because
I remember.
And yeah, so this deck for me, I remember this because it was in the reveal season. This is where I started becoming like the biggest Doom Beast like simp of like just like straight up ever.
I remember thinking that card was good in our review, and no one else agreed with me on it. Maybe you did. We had a lot of times where everyone thought that a card was bad, and you and I were on the same boat and were correct. That happened so many times in our previews, and I think Doom Beast was one of them.
And yeah, the reason that like Doom Beast, like everyone didn't like it is like everyone was like, it looks clunky, it's gonna be awkward to set up, it's like kind of an inefficient body. If you play it on curve, you lose. Who gives a shit about like just like 2 damage? Just play like a decimate or some shit. And like this deck was like the deck that really showed off why it was so good, which was that it was unconditional burn attached to a body, so you could search it up with Stalking Shadows. And that was like why it was so
good against other burn too. Because that drain made a big difference.
Yourself, right?
Yeah. It healed you. It was the Nightfall drain 2.
Deal 2, heal 2.
Yeah. No, that's. I mean, if I didn't evaluate that well, that would be surprising. Because like when I around that time, it's still when I'm like a big aggro or like not aggro, but specifically burn player. At this time, and I would look at that as like that's just a really crazy burn card.
Deal 2 damage. That's a lot of damage.
So when I go to the search bar and I look for dealing damage, I'll find this card, right? Which means it'll go in the deck. But also, like the heal 2 is so crazy. Even not even in like aggressive matchups, but even like into mid range decks when you're trying to burn them out, sometimes you just need that like 2 extra life. You just need that like, this little bit more. And as you say, like Stalking Shadows did make it really easy to trigger.
Stalking Shadows was a card too that everyone knew was going to be good. We were all like, this is broken. I remember there was no one that was like, I don't think so. Maybe BBG. Maybe.
This deck's like less iconic for me, but it was really cool. It was a really great deck. And it was probably what made Nightfall, like the first Nightfall thing, like actually work before we had like a meta Aphelios deck.
Yep. Yeah, but like, and then
it was awesome.
it pivoted into the Targon version later, and like
Yeah.
that was like that was eventually what it became, and that deck was just like busted.
Yeah.
Like straight up, it was busted.
Yeah, they had to nerf Pale Cascade, right? 'Cause that
Yep.
deck was
Oh, so
So
yeah, I'm like
where are we
willing to
putting
like.
it?
I mean,
for me it's like a B, but I think there's like way more connection that Precipic has to this deck than I do. So
yeah, I mean,
I
we
can see it
can.
be higher.
I mean, I'm down to just list it in B
I'm
because
done
I
with that
think
too.
that like I think it's like a start of like a thing that was really bad for LOR, which was the just uninteractive burn. Like
Smorks.
just like yeah, just like the like I half the decks just like didn't work because like these decks like existed. And like that was just like a
Oh, I'm
big like
very
thing.
aware of that.
Yeah, like and like we see this like later on with like Bilgewater with like Pirate Burn, where just like a ton of decks just stopped working because these were in the meta. It was like one of those like things that like there were a lot of cool things you could do in LOR, and like it started being that people were just like, man, I just can't get these cool things to happen like ever because I'm just like dying by like turn 5.
Yeah, turn 5 is correct. I definitely died at turn 5 to things at times.
Yeah. I think the last one from this era was Endure.
Oh, that's a great deck.
Yeah. Um, I mean,
Nivea War
yeah.
Mother definitely counts too.
Oh, with Anivia Warm Weather. So I guess those are the last two we'll talk about this section, and then I gotta go for a little bit.
Okay,
Um,
yeah. I guess it's
yeah, because
technically
because
Bilge.
TF wasn't out. This
Yeah,
swap out wasn't a deck
this is
until TF.
Bilge.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So I guess we can start by talking about They Who Endure. So, if there was a deck that was an actual evolution of like that Dawn Speaker deck, Endure was it, basically. This was
Killing a
like
unit to get
Dawn's
stats.
yeah, and like this was like this was the first deck where like I was truly convinced about Atrocity being a good card. I knew that it was like a card beforehand,
A lot
but
of
I
people
always like
believed it was a meme before.
yeah,
Because they were like,
was
it's too slow. And
and
there was
also like
nothing that big. It was Atrocity
this is
Ladros or nothing.
yeah,
Is
this is a
what a
good
lot of people.
conversation, Casanova. What did if you think that with our knowledge of LOR right now, there would have been do you think there would have been a Foundations Atrocity deck that would have been like
Uh,
everyone would have been thought it was good?
I actually think like Atrocity Ledros was already like actually good, and people just kind of evaluated it like strangely, where they just like thought Atrocity was way too slow. Because I think like a lot of the SI decks had plenty of card draw, and I think it would be SI Ionia. It's like it'd be an evolution of like Bagel's Ghost Ledros deck. It probably include Atrocity, and I think it'd be quite strong. Because like the lack of removal, the lack of ways to actually interrupt the Atrocity combo existed. Like you can't play
It was deny
Ladros
or
and
nothing,
Atrocity on the
really.
same turn, right? But like
Yeah.
you can play out the Ladros, and if you're a build that is really good at surviving, you're gonna be able to set up this like Atrocity follow up on the next turn, and there was enough card draw on the two. I think knowing what we know, it certainly could have been good, especially very early on. I don't know if people
Yes.
would like if someone built it, if it would have been adapted to and ended up actually being bad, maybe, but I don't think people really played it. They didn't want to spend their dust and things on it. And so it just never came to be. But I think it would have been a Ladros deck.
Yeah, and the thing about like the They Who Endure deck is like this deck was an Atrocity deck like through and through. Like that was what the
100%,
deck
yeah.
was like
Yes.
about. And I played a lot of Endure, and I was like the person that like had it on like the Mobilix tier list updated for like the entirety of COVID, pretty much.
I remember you loved this deck so much too.
Well, I love this deck, but also this deck for like years had like a 52 plus win rate. Like because
Yeah.
it had the ability to all in and win, which other decks didn't. Like this deck, like if everything was going wrong, you always had ability to bullshit win. Like
Yeah.
if there was just like a percentage chance that like they didn't draw the out and they lost, and you would just go like, and that was like to me like the thing where like I like would notice that like good players would play this deck badly is they would be like, oh well, I'm gonna try to like play around this, or I'm gonna try to like do this, or like whatever, and like I remember like the Ash deck, right? You would be playing like They Who Endure into Ash Noxus, and they would have like a Frostbite to deal with your Endure, and like what a lot of people thought was they were like, oh well, like you should like try to like play around it, maybe set up like double Endure and try to like pressure them, and I remember like the correct play was like the way you beat it was like you had two options. You jammed a Battle Fury into this deck to like play around it, or you literally just said you
Send
need to
it.
have like the Flash Breeze, and if you don't have the Flash Breeze, you'd lose.
Just send
Yeah.
it.
And that was what Endure was. And then the other thing about this deck was this deck existing was what got Curse Keeper finally nerfed.
Yes, it
Well,
is.
that's true. That's true. I kind of
And
forgot about
later
that.
caretakers too.
Yeah, and Blighted Caretaker too. This was the deck that got Blighted Caretaker and Curse Keeper nerfed, because like just this deck's win rate when you had Curse Keeper Butcher on like or just like on curve like an activated Curse Keeper was absurdly high. Like a lot of decks just could not win into that.
Yeah, yeah. You don't
And
outscale it in your early game, like it'll just stabilize any early game. Yeah.
yeah, there were like I think if you were playing a burn deck and they went Curse Keeper, Blighted Caretaker, the burn deck could never win.
Yeah, the
That's
cool thing about this
probably
deck
just true.
too
Yeah.
was that it was anti-aggro while being a combo deck, which I always like.
Yep. It was it had aggressive draws, but it was the best anti-aggro aggressive deck. And yeah, and it just kept being like better and better, and like it never was like it that's the funny thing. It was never bad in the meta. Like even like because you always had the ability to just like bullshit someone.
Oh
So
yeah. Ender is super iconic to me. This is this
Yeah.
deck's up there.
yeah, and I think that like if people like knew what we knew like now, the deck would have been way better back then. People would have been jamming like double or even triple Battle Fury. Like they would have been jamming like at least one Battle Fury in every
Yeah, I
single
And
game.
remember the
not
first time I
playing
saw
scared all the
Battle Fury
time.
in it was what am I actually? It was the first
Yeah.
time I personally saw Battle Fury gemmed in the deck. It was like his favorite deck, I think, was Ender
Yep.
for quite some time.
Yep. This is like in my like top 5 favorite decks. I'm arguing for it to being S tier, and
Oh,
like
goodness, yeah, that's
yeah,
fine.
yeah, this is like yeah. If you ask me like
Yeah.
what like deck I'm most known for in this game is, this is probably the deck. Like I was known as like the Endure guy because I was always the one. I would be like on a tier list discussion with Alan ZQ, the guy who won like Worlds, and he would be like, "Why did you have this trash deck on here? Like
I
it's Endure,
remember
like it
that. I
loses
remember that.
everything." And I was just like, it literally will always have a 52% win rate at least in every rank.
Yeah.
And it's like you're playing like Karma to like 80% win rate. That's great. For the entire player deck, this deck is gonna have like a 52% win rate.
Yep.
Doesn't yeah. So that's it.
Something else I want to point out about this Endure deck is even when Hush came out, this deck still had an over 52% win rate.
Yes.
That
Because-
and like that should have been the Giga counter. Like that should have killed the deck, but it was still good enough that it's still at a 52% win rate.
Oh, it was so great. The way that you were supposed to play it was you were supposed to dram your atrocity as quickly as possible because it reduced the number of times that the number of draws they had towards Hush.
Yep.
It was
Yeah. Oh, I remember. I never really played much Targon, so I never had to deal with that interaction, but I watched it. I watched it so many times. Yeah.
Like it would just like they would be a hand that didn't have the like Hush, and then they just lost, and they were like, "Nice matchup, dude." Yeah. Okay, Spooky and Nivea.
Yeah, there's like so many variations of this, but this is the War Mother's version specifically.
Yeah.
Yes, War Mother, Spooky. It doesn't have to have War Mother. It can't just be Spooky Nivea. Just a Nivea decks. Like they're
Yeah.
memorable enough.
The
There's-
glacially slow
Yeah.
Nivea, just
There's,
like
there's Bald Eagle. There's
Even the
there's-
animations were slow.
Ugh.
And then I think of like Spooky Ash as being like kind of in this vein of deck.
Oh,
Yeah.
Spooky
They
Ash.
were different, but it's like
It's
similar
just-
kind of ideas.
Yeah, the SI sort of like stall you out into some sort of like win condition.
I mean, my favorite is just people being like, "You just play Ione, and this like deck doesn't exist," and then people just like deny checking you, and then it's like, oh, guess I lose." Um,
Yeah.
so like, it's not that this like I do think Ione was a good counter to it, and that there's a reason that the deck was never like super widespread meta. Like it was put in lineups a lot, but like it wasn't like oh, this deck is broken and has to be dealt with. In my opinion, it was always like it could be beat. But like it's pretty iconic because War Mothers was like supposed to be a meme card, and it ended up being pretty tournament relevant at least. And I think
Yeah,
that's
at the
kind of neat.
start. Yeah. It was like the
Everybody's
only really greedy thing you could do.
everybody's getting a new taste of that in Riftbound because there's a card called Aurora, which is literally War Mother's art, and it is War Mother's ability. It just pulls a card from your deck at end of turn.
Oh yeah.
And but it only costs 9 mana in that game, and you get 2 mana per turn. so it's pretty good in Riftbound. So I'm like, my brain is like, yeah, this is broken, but it's not. I think it's pretty iconic. I have some like funny memories of tournament streams with this card. Really, like it really was always the tension against Ione decks that made it really fun to watch. From a tournament perspective of like, are they just gonna rip it? They gonna try and play around it out? They're just gonna set
Pre-feel
it?
the rush.
Yeah, exactly right.
It
Because
feels
like
very
it's the
similar to that. Yeah.
same tension with FTR, right? Um, it's War Mothers to me, while iconic, is kind of like a C. It's like I don't have like very specific like yes, War Mothers was so sick. It was like this Timmy card that was very funny to watch and ended up being good enough.
So there's one card I want to talk about in this deck that always made me laugh, which was Soul Gorger. That was probably
Yeah,
I never expected this card to be meta relevant ever.
yeah.
And
Same.
like this card was insanely good in this deck. Like it's insane how good this card was in this deck. It just like 3/7 lifesteal. If you pulled that off of a War Mothers, you could not lose the game.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
weird to think about how that was relevant at all.
Nope. Yeah.
It's
I mean,
it's funny because aggro was so like because of burn aggro wasn't really a full thing yet. But the fact that a 3 mana lifesteal unit could just stop aggro is still really funny to me.
yeah. The
Or 3 attack, yeah.
the the place that this deck had in the meta, I think this is like the first like truly like 90-10 deck I think I remember, where like if this deck played into like anything that like even remotely had aggressive tendencies at all, it never lost. It was like crazy like how much it like just had a lopsided matchup into this. Like you
Yeah.
would just like avalanche them, withering wail them, wild feast them. Like literally like half of your deck. If this deck played Grasp of the Undying, even like it played
Sometimes flat
so
out like
much.
catalyst healing was annoying too for some
Yeah,
decks.
in and like as an aggro player, like you would just be like, man, I dealt like 40 damage this game, and that was not even close to enough.
Yeah.
I don't think that this deck was good because of the War Mother's game plan. It was
No.
completely good, like if the control tools
No,
were good.
it was
Yeah.
spooky karma but cold. Like it just
Cold bird.
it had like the same idea. It had, funny enough, it had more of a win condition than spooky karma did. But like I think it was a little less effective than Spooky Karma at just like blowing out burn decks, but like aggro decks got just shredded by the
Oh, yeah.
familiar version.
Uh,
Burn
uh,
decks I think struggled a little bit more with Spooky Karma than this deck, but it was also I'm not saying it was a good matchup by any means. I agree with you that like aggressive leaning decks, whether burn or aggro archetypes, got hosed by this deck.
we mentioned it a lot. Let's just like go out of order a little bit. That's fine. Let's just talk about
Wait, where
strictly
are we
Spooky
putting
Karma.
Anivia?
Like C tier, mid.
Yeah, it's probably like a C.
I'm gonna put it above the Elnux
I agree.
and C.
Let's just go out of order and let's just talk about like Spooky Karma. This is specifically the Go Hard version of Spooky Karma.
Oh, okay. When it
So
got a win
this is
condition.
this is Targon time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but we're just going out of order like a little bit here because all right, Kazuo, who do you think of as a player when you think of Spooky Karma?
Oh, random 7. There's 2 decks that I think of random 7 with Spooky Karma and Deep, and I'm trying to think who the bigger Spooky Karma player is because there's a couple
It-
EU players that were
I
very.
think of random 7 for the Mina Freljord deck that he would play.
There's one player I think that he won a world championship that